Hey, how's it going? Happy Friday afternoon, everybody. Welcome. So today we are taking Large Databank's usual spot because he is out of town. So this is pretty cool. Nice little primetime Friday stream. We got some interesting conversations going on in the chat carrying over from real life. So for example, pizza rolls. Pizza rolls are garbage. They are an unacceptable pizza substitute. But bagel bites though, bagel bites are really good. If you're gonna stoop that low, like you might as well go bagel bites, right? I don't really buy either, actually. I just usually buy pizzas, but we got some commentary about, let's see here, do an Age of Empires stream, do a League of Legends stream. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. No way. I would I would suffer. I'm horrible at games. It's kind of funny the story I used to tell sometimes, like I don't know if I've ever like said this on stream, but when I was a kid, apparently, I think is to the best of my knowledge, the only bone in my body I've ever broken is my skull. One sec. Knock on wood. Apparently, I like ran my head into a glass window or something, like a bay window when I was a kid. And at that moment, I tell people that like something happened, and I gave up my potential athletic ability and stuff for programming and shit like that. And what was I? Oh yeah, and like as far as like competitive gaming stuff, like I just have no interest. Like I don't wanna deal with that. So I'm a programmer. I'm gonna do programming things. We'll play some casual games. That explains a lot. Yeah, exactly, right? Like it explains me, right? Um, pretty funny. Let's see here. Holy cow. Let's watch Matt try to throw a football. Yeah, that doesn't really work very well. I'm okay at frisbee. Frisbee is the one thing I can kind of do. But yeah, we got a bunch of real life hecklers in chat today. Did I miss anything? Hey, what's up, JV Pratt? Nice to see you here. What's going on? Pizza, brick oven classic crust. Yeah, so we were discussing earlier today. Apparently, Red Baron pizza, the brick oven crust is the bad one, right? But the classic crust is good or something. So I need to apparently buy both of these and find out because my buddy is talking mad trash about the Red Baron, and I won't let this injustice stand. Hello, Matt. Thanks, Linux Gods. You were streaming today. I have a burning question. Nice. Some snippet. This keeps giving an error response. What am I getting wrong with this? Yeah, let's take a look. I mean, you didn't give me 5,000 channel points for the code review, but that's okay. This is, oh, sweet. Okay, netlink stuff. Netlink audit. I don't know if I've done netlink audit. This is something I want to do. I think maybe Slack has a package that does this or something. I'm not sure if they use my netlink library, but let's see here. So you dial it with a connection. Yeah, that's about right. You call connection, execute. So this is returning, let's see here. This keeps getting an error response. So when you say an error response, are you talking like literally an error here? Like is the let's see here, type 1000 is an audit get, which just gets the audit status same as audit ctl-s. Okay. Okay. So this echo thing, this isn't a flag I normally use. I would normally see a request and acknowledge. I'm not sure about echo. So potentially you don't want this. Sometimes you also want dump here as well. Like if you're dumping like a variety of things, you might want the dump flag. Otherwise, is this returning like a netlink message, like or a netlink error, as in like right here wrapped in the netlink.error type, or alternatively, is this returning an error? Because if this is the case, then it's your application code. And I'll send. This is what you get, and I'll receive. Yeah. Okay. So something. Yeah. So that means like probably a. Oh, it says error, but the first 4 bytes are 0, so I'm guessing that's no error. It's kind of hard to say for sure. So if you, I suppose I could just try running this on my system and see what happens. But this looks harmless enough. What can go wrong copying and pasting code from Twitch chat? Yeah, let's take a look really quick. Command audit test. Let's see here. How many subs do you need to play sports on stream? That's never gonna happen. You guys are the worst. Get out of my stream. No real life friends allowed. Don't you all have jobs? Like, aren't there things you should be doing right now? Let's see. Operation not permitted. Okay, so this is looking for privileges. I'm guessing. Yeah, let's see here. Works for me. I don't understand what you're doing here with this netlink message on Marshall though, because the library does this for you. So you should be able to just, for example, do this. There are 3 packages: Slack, Elastic, and Mozilla. None use MD-Layer. Okay, they probably use the other Go netlink stuff. Yeah. So type error, some data. Interesting. So it's not returning a netlink error. So I guess I don't know enough about the subsystem. Run code from Twitch chat with sudo. Yeah, I run it through. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I took a look at the. I mean, I took a look at the code first and everything, but yeah, I mean, as far as I can tell, like, you know, netlink isn't returning an error here. It's the subsystem itself. So at this point, I don't have any idea, unfortunately. I'm guessing you're probably, if we take out echo, that's something, the one thing that strikes me as odd. Let's see. Same thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure. This is something that I would have to look around at. Apologies. But, yeah. Best of luck. You know, feel free to, maybe there's, oh, what am I doing? Maybe there are, oh, trash, okay. Maybe there are folks in, like, the networking channel or something that might be able to have some knowledge about this. The raw message from Mozilla. Okay, we can take a look really quick. Audit get AF netlink. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it strikes me as really weird when people embed like this, like the netlink concepts directly in their library. I don't like this because this means that like you're mixing your low level details with like your high level logic. But anyway, my apologies. Yeah, hop in the networking channel. Maybe somebody has done this, or maybe folks can point you in the right direction. I've never done anything with it, so I can't really help at the moment. Let's see here. My 17, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Next time you come to SF, we can get you to come out to my rugby practice. Yeah, that sounds painful. Rugby is like rugby is getting your ass whooped, right, without pads and all that stuff, and that sounds like a good old time. What software do you use to write this code? I use Visual Studio Code. It is easy and intuitive. I used Vim for a long time, and I was never any good at Vim, so I switched to VS Code, and I am very happy with it. The thing is like for me, some people want to customize every little aspect of their editor, and I can respect that. But for me, I find that having same defaults and easy like plugins and stuff is more valuable to me. And I spend way less time typing, so it's like I don't find myself really slowed down by VS Code. And I've been learning the keyboard shortcuts, which has helped too. My headphones are buzzing. That's weird. Hang on one sec. Huh. That was odd, just temporarily buzzing. Oh, I also forgot to turn on Spotify. One sec. Yeah, I wonder what's going on. This is not stream, right? Yeah, okay, it's muted. We're good. Anyway, let's see here. Compare them on stream, please. I'll compare the pizzas on stream. Oh, God. You're at work right now. Yeah, get to work. Catscorn, show me the coffee. I already drank it. Yeah, I had I made a Lord Chemex pot before this. I realized that I was doing 30 milliliters of coffee, or 30 grams of coffee and 450 milliliters of water, and that's like a cup and a half Chemex. So I dialed it down to 20 and 300, and that was pretty good. So hopefully I won't be overly caffeinated, although I can tell I'm a little jittery. What's going on, Knight of Dolmenrath? Good to see you. So you wanted to try it out just because there's no library with MD layer netlink? Okay. You wasted a day on this, not making any progress. Reading the C in Mozilla library. Thanks for looking at it. Try the Slack channel. Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet for now. Unfortunately, with a lot of this netlink stuff, frankly, the problem with the netlink stuff is that the documentation can sometimes be lacking, and often it varies a lot between families too. So like netlink audit is probably totally different than netlink route, is totally different than generic, is totally different than NF tables. So it's like people will ask me things about like netfilter and I just have no idea. I've done mostly generic, and just recently I started digging into route netlink a lot more. But the thing is there's lots of different families and they all do things a little differently. So the fact that didn't return a netlink error, like the fact that it gave me back the header with the 4 zeros, like that means there was not an error code. So I find that response strange. So I'm guessing there's just some parameter that's not quite right, but it could be wrong. Yeah, definitely try the Slack channel. There are people in there who have done similar things, and it's possible somebody in there is already working on audit netlink stuff. So you do 2,300 for your morning coffee. Nice. Yep. You should probably disclose you've only drank coffee once in your life. Wow, really? Yeah, for me, it's essential. It's so good. No such thing as over caffeinated. Yeah. No such thing as over caffeinated. Yeah. So my friend here, super fast. He tells me that what is the appropriate level of caffeine is when your feet start to sweat. Like that's that's ridiculous. I know for me, if I have a little too much, like I just can't focus anymore, and I can tell that like I'm pretty much peaked right now. I need to be careful. Correct. Often the only netlink documentation is the CLI tool. Yeah, exactly. Also, chat, remind me if I am reading questions or things too fast, let me know, because the thing is that I get excited and like I'm in a good mood, I'm having a good time talking, like busy, whatever else, and I just tend to read things quickly. And I watch some of my YouTube videos like a little bit, and I realize that it's incomprehensible sometimes. So I want to try and read things out loud for people because I don't want to have chat on stream. I think it's too distracting. Better be more careful with what you're asking because disputed Twitter celebs watching you. Kate. Yeah, Kate actually, Kate and I had a conversation the other night, and I guess that she's watching my, yeah, she's watching the YouTube videos. So, hey, what's up, Kate, if you watch this one too? You took 2 caffeine pills at once and you thought you were going to die. Yeah, that was me when I drank an entire 12-ounce thing of cold brew. 12 ounce? How big is a red Solo cup? Like, we literally had red Solo cups, and I had one full of cold brew. Red Solo cup size. 18 ounce. Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, 16, 18. So I had that much of pure cold brew concentrate one time. Like, there was a sign. I was in the office in New York at DigitalOcean, and we had cold brew on tap. Actually, it was in a kegerator, which is amazing. And it's like, if I ever have a kegerator again, I want cold brew in that kegerator. So there's a sign that said, "Warning: dilute half and half with water," and I was like, nah. And I just drank it, and I was messed up on caffeine. Like, could not do anything for the rest of the day, and that was very fun. So, anyway, we are 20 minutes into the stream and have done no coding. That's okay. I'm having a good time. Yeah, I wanted to show you all what I was working on last night, actually. So we previously left off. We had a link modes list, but it was a little bit less populated. I actually wrote a tool last night to generate this for me. So all of these link mode constants get converted to the string format, which is roughly remove the underscores, the suffix and the prefix, and then add slashes. So I wrote this silly little thing. It's kind of funny, like writing Go scripts, right? Like this is for just generating code. So what this does, it looks for my checkout of xsys and actually reads this ztypes Linux file. So it uses my Go path to infer it. I was doing this before with like the shell and stuff like piping and redirection and stuff like that, but just for the Go generate command, it was easier to do it this way. We write out a header and we start writing out the link modes structure with the bit, which is the constant from xsys, as well as the string representation. So we scan that entire ztypes file, we look for the ethtool link mode constants, and when we find one, we parse the prefix of it. So we trim off the prefix, trim off the suffix, replace the underscores with a slash, and then that's our string. And then we're able to take the literal name of the constant and put this in here too. We write out each line, write out a closing separator, and then format it, and we're done. So as a result now, I was able to write all of this, and all I need to do is update my checkout of xsys and run go generate, and you get all this code. So we now support all these link mode types like, 40,000 base, LR4, ER4, FR4 full. I don't know what that means. 40,000, 400,000. Yeah, I think this is 400 gigabit Ethernet, which is mind-blowing, right? Like 400 GBE NIC. I'm just very curious. I kind of doubt. I don't know if they would have 400 GBE to the host, like maybe 100 GBE. I know 100 GBE NICs exist to the host, but for 400, I guess you'd probably break it out into 4 100 gigabit lanes. Terabit Ethernet. Let's see here. Yeah, 400 gig. I mean, of course, the most I've ever played with, I mean, at work we have some pretty serious gear, but the most I've ever played with at home here is 10 gig. Although I do actually have a couple of 40 gig InfiniBand cards. Those are pretty cool, too. Yeah, 400G ports, so 400G base dash SR 4.2, for example, here. 4 media count, 2 lanes. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I figure probably 400 gig NICs or like switches all use like breakout cables and stuff for connecting to hosts. Would be my guess. So we wrote a little thing last night to take care of this. Yeah, very cool. So now, where we were at the other day is we have link mode parsing working with the compact format, and we were able to get rid of a bunch of old code, which was nice. I still don't know this bitfield 32 thing. Like, these still come in at 12 bytes, and that doesn't make sense to me. So the problem we have with that is that a bitfield 32 is this value field, this selector field, which are both uint32, so that's 8 bytes, right? But then there's a 4 byte like padding at the end, it looks like, and I don't understand the purpose of that yet. So I think for the time being, we're just ignoring it, but that feels wrong. But the problem is that the code gives me the right results, so it is ambiguous as to what the correct answer is here. So, what are you going to do? Need to plug in my phone. There we go. Let's see here. People. Yeah, one of my mods, Jackace, he's normally complaining that I don't tell him when I'm streaming, and he's been like suspiciously absent now for the past couple days. What the heck, man? Gonna have to unmod him. Just kidding. Yeah, so this is pretty good now. We're actually able to reduce a lot of code duplication and like nested attributes by doing this compact format, so I feel pretty good about that. And our test coverage is quite good too. So I think probably the first thing I want to do today is try unmod Jackace, yeah. I think the first thing I want to do today is like try to do some kind of like privileged requests, like maybe a, let's see here. Oh yeah, I was reading this earlier too. The weak reference maps issue posted by Siebes. So when we talked about iNetAF NetAdder the other day, we were talking about the string interning stuff, and now there's actually talking about adding weak references, or there's a proposal here to add weak references in some form with the Go garbage collector, like support of the Go runtime. And this thread has been pretty interesting to follow, so I would check it out. I guess I'll read this later. Before we start, forgot to ask this one. Comments on PR of generics. Oh, you mean like the proposal? Yeah, it was a lot. I I went through and I hit a few comments and stuff. So many unrelated comments. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expected, unfortunately. I posted on Twitter actually, like, I wish that there was a way to make it so that if you wanted to comment on that proposal, you had to actually read it first and like take a quiz on it, because that would solve a lot of the problems, right? Pretty funny. So I think what I want to try here, like this cable test stuff, maybe that could be cool. Tunnel info. Wake on LAN settings, wake on LAN set. So we can set the attributes reported by link info get. I don't understand why you would, yeah. I'm not sure why you'd want to change any of these. So I want to see if there's something we can set reasonably. Debug set. Message mask. Yeah, this debugging stuff seems probably not like what we want to do. Hey, what's going on, WebDog? I am doing pretty well. Keeping busy, having a good time. You know, how you doing? Pause stats. So receive pause frames, transmit pause frames. What is a pause frame? Is pause frames like the frame? What is it with Ethernet? There's like a certain like pause time between like when frames have to be sent or something. Is this what this is? Equivalent to this from the standard? Yeah. So I could look this up and figure it out, I'm sure. Receive pause frames, transmit pause frames. EEE. I don't know what that stands for either. I'm trying to do something here that we can do that wouldn't be like destructive. Yeah, this cable test thing is interesting. So I could start a cable test and then listen on a multicast group if this is what it's looking like, right? So the length can be measured only when there's a fault in the pair and hence a reflection. Information about the fault may not be available depending on specific hardware. Hence, the contents of the notified message are mostly optional. Okay. Attributes can be repeated an arbitrary number of times in an arbitrary order for an arbitrary number of pairs. Great. So lots of arrays. Yeah. Raw TDR data. Not sure what this means. Yeah, so I'm kind of curious about this. Like, here we go. We got the Red Baron pizza debate going on again. What are your thoughts on Red Baron Classic Crust versus Brick Oven? That'll be the next poll in chat. Let's see here. Let's pull this up. I don't think there are going to be enough people with answers for that poll as of yet, but democracy, please. Maybe we could do like favorite frozen pizza brand. Let the people speak. One of my buddies was saying like, "Oh, frozen pizza has no place," and it's like, look, like frozen pizza is valuable. You know, I mean, it's good. It's good in a pinch if you're not feeling like anything else sounds good or whatever else. It's super easy. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to make my own too. I want to try this cable test thing. So notification. So this is so interesting. Like, it looks like it sends a notification on like a multicast group, but I would need to make sure the choices are distinct, or Eric the Great 12 might get them confused. Yeah, exactly. Eric is very particular about frozen pizza. Oh man, what is it from Aldi? My friend would eat these Mama Cozy's pizzas, and those were pretty bad. Mama Cozy's. Which one? I feel like all the frozen pizza companies are owned by like Nestle, right? Like that's the one bad thing is that it'd be nice to not support Nestle if you can, but they own like everything. Yeah, I kind of want to try this. I wonder, let's see here. So ethtool, there's probably something here where I can monitor, right? Let's see here. We have spoken classic crusted. Ridiculous. Wait, what? Who made a bowl? Pizza crust. California Pizza Kitchen Margarita. Ooh, that'd be a good choice. Who made a poll? We got some rogue mods going on here, man. This is ridiculous. So most of these tools have something where you can like monitor the results. So like if I run a cable test on this, I want to be able to see what it does. So let's see here. I can start one and go and then probably monitor the results from this utility, I would think. But I don't see anything in here immediately. What's the point of me being a mod if you don't really make relevant polls? That's fine. You got it. I was just like, who made the poll? It's pretty funny though. You had California Pizza Kitchen barbecue chicken the other day. That sounds pretty good. Barbecue chicken pizza is nice. I actually love macaroni and cheese pizza. That's one of my go-to like weird pizzas. Let's see here. Forward error correction. Yeah, there's nothing in here about cable test. Cable. And ethtool. Cable. Test. Nothing in here. Nothing in here about cable tests. Why? See, I feel like there should be something in here. Like the API exposes this, so why is it not a thing in here? Need to vote for the winners. Form of psychology. Yeah, they had that at Godfathers. Really? I guess I don't think I've ever had Godfathers. In Jackson, we used to have a CC's, and I like CC's. I mean, for what is like when I was in high school and stuff, it was pretty good. I got a, what do you call it? I got Urbelli's today. Urbelli's is really good Kalamazoo pizza. Would recommend. Oh, dash T test. Okay. Dash T online, dash T offline. Interesting. Interesting. So, possible test modes, online, offline. Maybe not enough network cards implemented. Yeah, maybe. This is interesting. Yeah, Godfather Design Sprinkle, yeah. It's like across town for me, but I could go do it. I could go get it at some point. I know I've passed by it a bunch of times. Kalamazoo actually has like a lot of pizza. I mean, it's the Midwest, right? But it's like Kalamazoo has a lot of pizza places I've actually never tried. I do like Bilbo's a lot. Bilbo's is my go-to for a long time. Urbelli's is my favorite now. I did try Buddy's too. Buddy's is like a Detroit-style pizza place. That was pretty good. You're making me hungry. Yeah, I know. Sorry. So, I don't know. So what happens? The problem is I don't know like which nick I'm using right now. Pizza King #1. I've never had Pizza King either. Let's try this on my 1 gig nick because I'm probably using the 10 gig connection right now and just see what happens. So emp5s0. So sudo ethtool -t online emp5s0. Right. Pizza King is really good. Yeah, I never had it. I'll try that. And ethtool. Okay. Self-test. -t online. Yeah, that's what I did, right? Oh, device name and then why? All right, I guess. Now, what does this do? 1 gigabit NIC, so 2020. Yeah, I know. Well, the problem is I'm running on my 10 gig NIC. Like, I'm probably... Oh, here we go. Test result is pass, extra test info, register test, EEPROM test, interrupts, loopback. Huh. Okay. In theory, this won't make the stream explode, but it might, so let's find out. I would expect that probably the Intel 10 gig NIC would have more information. Huh. Nope. Well, you know what? Let's try... What is the cable test header? Okay. Cable test header. Oh, request header. Self-test. Online. There's nothing in here about online, offline, whatever else. So I'm pretty confused. Real talk, most of the pizza I've had in the past 6 months have been Kenji's No Need Foolproof Pan. Delicious and easy. Let's see. You got me curious. Kenji No Need Foolproof Pan. Food Lab Basics. Interesting. Cool. I assume this is foolproof pan. Cool. Serious eats, huh? I will make a note of this. I'm very curious. I like pizza, so I like pizza and I like easy. Because I managed to mess up the most basic things. I tried to make an omelet this morning and well, first of all, I have bad technique, but I think I added too many toppings because like it actually was cooking pretty well, and I started to like kind of fold it up, and then I like fractured the middle, and all the topping came spilling out, and it was just a mess, and I just cut it in half and whatever. But anyway, I tried. So the problem is I want to try this cable test thing, but I'm afraid of taking my NIC offline. So there's nothing in here about the online offline, so I guess we're going to have to read the ethtool source. So ethtool source code. ethtool 510. Okay. Give me the source. Let's do that. Temp. wget. Nope. Wrong temp. Yeah, running some pprof stuff. It was fun. Make a stream of me making omelets. I'm pretty terrible. I'll get better. Oh. ethtool 510. Right. I'm bad at Splunking C, so we're going to see how this goes. This was whiskey stream 2 days ago, coffee stream at the beginning, and now it's a pizza stream. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I think it's more fun when the streamer has, like, personality and talks about stuff that isn't just, like, the stream contents, you know? Like, I don't like watching streamers who only are focused on exactly what they're doing. I feel like that doesn't really make for an entertaining or engaging conversation, you know? Make a stream of me making omelets. That's not going to happen. I already might have read that, but it's not going to happen. There are people who do, like, cooking streams. That's hilarious to me, but it's delicious, and I suck at baking, and I haven't managed to fuck it up yet. Nice. That's good to know. Yeah, baking is, I know baking is much more difficult than cooking in general, right? So, let's see here. Cable test. Oh, shit. Netlink cable test.c, right? Cable test. Cable test context. Get cable test result. Let's see here. Multicast group stuff. And all context monitoring, dumping. Let's see here. I feel like there should be a way to... Here we go, cable test. Yep, multicast group monitor. Okay, so it is a multicast group thing. Okay, my library supports this. Cable test act. Cable test header. I just don't understand the online offline thing. I guess we're gonna have to see how that factors in here, right? So let's see here, online. Nothing. grep-r online. You gotta have that pizza stone and pizza peel though, making the perfect pizza. Nice. Thank you for that link. I will take a look at that. What's going on? Nice to see you. For later, yeah. I'm definitely gonna be making pizza. That sounds good. It is a cast iron recipe. You don't need to get off the peel at all, which scares me. I need to get cast iron actually. I've got nonstick and stainless stuff now, but I don't have cast iron yet. That's something I need to go get. Online. If set, perform online and offline tests. There we go. ethtool online. ethtool.c. So is the online test only available via the ethtool interface? I guess that's possible. Ooh, sorry. Cast iron plus carbon steel for the win. I believe it. Yeah, cast iron's something I need to get. I know that's like pretty critical for like a lot of recipes and stuff. Let's see here. Online. Here we go. Test type. Excuse me. ETH SS test. Yeah, this is this not supported by the test flags? Okay. Test type external LB, test FL. I am wondering if this interface does not have parity with the ioctl interface yet. Like, I guess I could just I guess probably what I should do is I should actually, you know what? You know what's really useful is my server over there has my conserve running on my Raspberry Pi, so I could run this on my server and still SSH into the Pi and still get results, even if we take down the NIC, because we have the serial console. So I think what we'll do is we'll try running a cable test, and we will get the results, and just run it on my server. Easy. Remember to give your cast iron a good scrub after use. Oh yeah, right. Put it in the dishwasher. You know, no problem. I do know better than that, thankfully. Yeah, let's do this. Let's find out what happens. So I think we're probably gonna need to add some kind of like monitoring call, like a multicast advertisement thing or multicast listener. So I think for the time being, let's see here. We're gonna need a top level call for this. So do some multicast group fun. Let's see. I wonder what else comes from the multicast group. Is it just the... Hang on a sec. So GENL control list. Oh, GENL control list. This one. Let's see. ethtool monitor. Yeah. So I wonder if this is used for anything else. Because I guess the question is like, do I expose this in the API as like a separate call so people can like monitor for messages, or do I do it implicitly as part of the request? Because it seems like the ethtool stuff, all that's for short running things. So I think we probably want to expose this separately. C, oops, shoot, C client monitor, right? So probably monitor context error for now. Return CC monitor context. You gotta actually get some work done. So catch you later, bud. Have a good stream. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I enjoy the banter. So hey, take it easy. I mean, I watch Twitch at work all the time, and I can get stuff done, but you know, it's okay. Let's see here. So we need to join the multicast group, right? So if error C GE netlink connection. Oh my, wait, really? CCC? Client. Oh, shoot. Oh, I see here. Lowercase c. Join group. That would be the multicast group, which has a... shit. What is the... When we get to family, we also get to multicast groups, right? So the family has that information already. Groups. Yeah. Monitor ID, UN16. ID, monitor ID. Probably something like this. I didn't actually take a close look at that. Oh, it's UN32. Okay, so family UN16. And then monitor UN32, monitor ID. So when you query for the generic netlink family information, so for example, when we connect to generic netlink, you're basically connecting to like a big bus, and you want to actually query for an individual family, which in this case is the ethtool family. So when we do that, we get all this information you're seeing here on the right, and including like the multicast group. So that ID is 3, but I don't know if that's always the case. So we can actually look it up by the name, and then go ahead and filter that out, and then use that as the group we connect to. So find the group ID for the monitor group in case we need it later. So for F, shoot. for G and F multicast groups. F groups. There we go. Hello there. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. 31 viewers. Nice. Pretty cool for Friday. Yeah, I'm really stealing those large data bank viewers. How gracious of him to go on vacation and allow me the primetime spot. It worked out really well that I'm off work today. So, yeah. Hey, people. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We are having a good old time. Unix GENL. ethtool GENL. Isn't the constant part of the headers too? So ethtool netlink.h. This is what I want. Doing fine. Had a good interview today. Nice. Hope you're also doing well. Nice. Were you interviewing somebody or were you interviewing for a position? Because it's I actually find it's pretty stressful to do both. Like, I don't have much. I've probably given, I think, maybe 12 or 15 interviews at this point over the course of like a few years. So not that many. And I feel like I'm a lot better at it than I used to be, but it's still stressful for me. But of course, doing an interview is also, or of course, participating in one, being the interviewee is also hard. You're burned out and trying to finish this project. Yeah, I can understand that. It's one of those things where you need to make sure you give yourself the time you need to like relax. This is not the file I'm looking at. Actually, I want this one. Give yourself the time to relax. You know, if you're burnt out and like you got a deadline or something, like, you know, push through, but try and give yourself time to relax too, because it does help a lot. Monitor ethtool MC group name. There we go. This is what I want. Cool. So var group monitor ID UN32 g.id monitor ID. And then break out of the 4. Yeah, you can't break out of an if, right? I've also been on the other side of the table today, but today I was the one looking for a job. Nice. Yeah. Best of luck. Interviewing is always it's always stressful, but the thing is that like, as an interviewer, like, I want to see the candidate succeed, you know, like maybe everybody's not like that and stuff, but for me, I want it to be a good experience for everybody involved. So I try and do my best to make people feel as comfortable as possible, but of course it can be difficult too. For the whole day, you coded for about 30 minutes and did other stuff for about an hour. Yeah, I've been there. It's definitely, it's a real thing. Like, especially my Mondays, I usually end up having like roughly 2 or 2.5 hours of meetings, and they're spaced in such a way where basically if I don't get stuff done in the morning, I don't really get anything done, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. We need to be able to find the monitor multicast group. Errors.new ethtool could not find monitor multicast group ID. So now, if I run the tests, I don't know if this is going to pass anymore, because we're actually now asserting for something that, let's see here, go, yeah. Oh, it doesn't even compile. Oh, we should have done a channel point bet. You all would have won. That's okay. C monitor ID. We could probably do another channel point bet today. That was pretty entertaining last time around. Defer. CC leave group. C monitor ID. Let's see here. Oh. Failed open client could not find monitor multicast group. Yeah, so I gotta fix the test. That's no problem though. That'll be easy. Let's see. Yeah, for the whole day I coded for, oh, sorry, I already read that. Looking at C code there is like a travel to grandparents, feels secure, but boring too. Yeah. C is, I think my problem with C in general is that like it can be really elegant and well written. I have a coworker who, I mean, I guess probably lots of people at Fastly, but one of my coworkers, he writes fantastic C, and it's like, it has such a style. Like, he's so consistent, and his comments are so good, and like any ambiguous thing is always clarified. Like, and it's amazing, you know. And I think we were looking at ethtool the other day and stuff too, or something. I don't remember. There was something we were looking at that like didn't really make much sense, and it's like, I think it could benefit from some comments, like some kind of like bit manipulation stuff. And I know some people don't really believe in comments as much, which is sad. But I3 is an example of fantastic C. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Michael does very good Go as well, so I'm sure his C is also very good. We need to fix the test client. Yeah, here we go. Groups. We need to add like a synthetic multicast group here. That is not what I wanted. Name unix.ethtool mc group monitor name ID 1 is fine. There we go. We'll put the ID first because that's the struct has. There we go. So now the test passed fine because we're actually encoding like a fake group here too. So now we make sure that we can also find the, what do you call it? Yeah, find the multicast group name. We need that. So, or the multicast group ID. So that way we can join the group later in this monitor function. So what we're going to do now, this is always kind of a tricky thing in like the netlink library and stuff, is that if we're using it for sending and receiving messages and we're trying to receive on a multicast group at the same time, it's almost a better idea to open a new socket, because that way you've got two netlink sockets in process, but it doesn't actually have to worry about, or you don't have to worry about, what do you call it? You don't have to worry about interrupting your requests and stuff. Like, in theory, I want this to be concurrency safe. So, you know, the kernel manages the concurrency, but the problem is if we're sitting here blocking on waiting for request messages and stuff, then ultimately we are going to receive messages that some of these, like, link info calls might be waiting for. So we probably want to open a second socket here, actually. So to do md layer, open a second socket explicitly for monitor. So as soon as you call monitor the first time, it'll open a second socket. I think is probably the way to go. But in the meantime, we're just gonna run this, you know, locally, so it's not that big of a deal. I think at this point, I'm gonna do something like this. By the way, I hope you all are not getting tired of this project. I know it's been you know, this is part 4. Like I've done 4 streams about this now, but the thing is that like it's just there's a lot to be done. But I did mention today in my tweet that I think it would be interesting if we actually try and start building some kind of daemon around this too. So depending on like how this goes today, we might actually start with that, but I guess we'll see. I want background, don't I? Yeah. Fatal F. Failed to monitor. Okay. This is gonna open a socket and block. And then we need to do the thing where we request and receive the... Oh, shit. If to start a cable test, we might need to... Well, I guess this is the question. It's like, we can run this, and then we can run the cable tool or the ETH tool thing locally, and then just see what happens. So, hang on. Let's try that. We need to listen for messages. So, see, receive. We do not care about the netlink messages. Well... Maybe. Excuse me. And in order to unblock this, the easiest way to unblock a blocking netlink receive call is to run a go routine. So, actually, do I have a... I do. Yeah, wait group go routine. There we go. So, underscore. So, when the context is done... Oops. When the context is done, we will immediately... set a read deadline of a time in the past. Time Unix 01 equals nil. Return. Oh, we're not bothering to check the error on this because it's in a go routine. Yeah. So basically, the best way to unblock a what do you call it? Like one of these socket connections is to set a read deadline sometime in the past, and this will make the runtime network puller immediately give up, and that way this will unblock, and we check and see if the context was canceled here, and if there was a context error, we know this was canceled by us, so we return nil. Easy. 1 sec, I just remembered I need to send a message. Let's see here. It's kind of funny. I'm sending a message here, and I after years of working from home and coding and stuff, I sometimes will find myself speaking aloud when I'm typing, and it's like I'm sending a message that has nothing to do with the stream or coding, so I don't really want to do that right now. Omaro Mendoza, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Super Fast, if you're still around, thanks again for the Prime sub. I appreciate that as well. I don't know if I thanked you explicitly earlier, but I really do appreciate that. If you have a Twitch Prime sub, so if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber and you've got your Twitch and Amazon accounts linked, you should use your Prime sub on somebody, right? Because it's money you're already giving Amazon, and that way you're able to you're able to take that money, take some of the money you're paying Amazon and give it to a streamer. Like, I'm not saying you have to give it to me. Like, if you watch me once and it's like, that's fine. I don't care. The money I make from streaming, like, I have a full-time job, so the money I make from streaming usually goes back into the Go community. Like, I'm sponsoring Dominic Hanef. I would say subscribe to Dominic, but he won't stream. I'm trying. You should sponsor Dominic on GitHub, though. Anyway, so if you have a Prime sub, you should use it. Use it on somebody. Some streamer you like, you get ad-free viewing. It's completely free. It's free money, right? It's free money you can give to somebody that you want to support. So do that. Hashtag sellout, yeah. Superfast is here. F, yeah, paying your respects. What's up? One sec. Okay, there we go. Free real estate, the Wolf of Go Street. Hey, Des Preston, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Nice to see you here as well. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Yeah, the Marshawn Lynch, right? Love it. Spew dump messages. So we're just going to dump the messages to the screen right now. That ought to do it, actually. Command NL ethtool run. So this will... Oh. Hello? What do you mean? Set sock opt invalid argument. That's new. Is that because we're not running a cable test or something? Apologies. Coordinating Zoom shenanigans. Oh man, last night I had a couple barrel-aged stouts and they kind of whooped my ass. I woke up at like 5 o'clock and I was like hungover and I couldn't sleep and I've just been up and I don't know, caffeine and pizza and whatever else. Like I'm surviving, but it's a struggle. And done. Okay, cool. Anyway, what was I saying? Use your Prime sub. Yeah, why would this eat inval? That's unexpected. This is all the low-level netlink type fun stuff. That is not something I would expect. I even use a struggling streamer card. I am not a struggling streamer. Don't listen to me. But I'm just saying that you should support somebody because it's free money. It's free money you can give to a streamer, so you should use it, Kernel notification. Okay, yeah. Why? Okay, hang on. Why? So when I try and join this multicast group, it doesn't work. Why? This is the GE Netlink multicast group join. Right? Yeah. But it just calls the Netlink multicast join. What does ethtool do? That's the same thing, right? Let's see here. Something about the monitor. Yeah, here we go. Group ID, Netlink add membership. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So why socket Netlink add membership? I'm almost positive that's what I'm doing. Of course, there's sarcasm. Gotcha. Yeah. No, I think that if you want to give somebody money in the Go community, it should be Dominic Hanef because he would like to continue working on open source tools like Static Check full time, and we could basically the more money Dominic is able to make through like donations and stuff for like Static Check and his work, the less contract work he has to do, which means that he has more time to work on Go tooling. So. Yeah, I mean it seems like he's doing like pretty well and stuff, but it's like if you or your company or whoever else like uses his tools, like you should seriously consider sponsoring him. For sure. I apologize. I'm splunking into my library and stuff and I need to figure out Shit, it's all interfaces. All right. Gotta open up another pane. Con Linux join group. Yeah. Netlink add membership group ID. We're doing the same thing. It's all interfaces. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this netlink library could use a bit of love in the internals. I started writing it 4 years ago, so like it's grown a lot, but there's certainly some simplifications that can be made. Netlink add membership SOL netlink on the socket. Yeah, this is also an abstraction. Yeah, I need to quit it with this stuff. I've overdone it a bit, I think, with the abstractions here, trying to test things. So set sock opt. Yeah. Control set sock opt in. That's what I'd expect. So Go has become Java, yeah. To some extent, interface everywhere. In before it goes all any and type with brackets. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that stuff for sure. I'm optimistic. I think it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, like anything else with Go, like we had to learn how to use restraint with channels and Go routines, right? And I think it's gonna be the same sort of thing. So hopefully, Go 118 or whatever, right? That would be, or 118 betas. You're so excited. Yeah, me too. I'm optimistic. I think that, they've thought about it for a very long time and declined so many proposals and stuff, like, from themselves. Like, literal experts in Go and everything, like, didn't like their own proposals, and now they finally found one they're happy with. Like, I think that's a really, really good sign. So we're doing the exact same things. We're doing the exact same things that I don't understand. It's going to make serialization code 1,000 times easier. Yeah, I bet. I can only imagine. Trace. I always forget the commands for this. Set sock up? Yeah. Why? 0? Oh. I see. I'm really dumb. I stored this monitor ID, but I forgot to store it in the struct. So that's why. Sometimes you need to strace to figure out obvious things, like, oh, you forgot to store the actual group ID, you dummy. Anyway, go run main.go. Okay, that works. So we are now listening on the multicast group. So sudo ethtool -t emp4so online. What happens when I run this? Hopefully the stream does not go out. Okay, so we got nothing there, which would lead me to believe that these aren't the same interface. So I'm guessing we're going to have to issue the command ourselves. So in that case, let's see. Yeah, I think this is where we want to actually open the second monitor socket and stuff. So we can dial another GE Netlink connection in here. Using the same parameters as the incoming. Yeah, we're got to. Saw this on. Oh, hang on. Sorry. I think the concern on the blur line when to use interface and generics is legit. Yeah, I do agree with that for sure. So, for example, if you have something that takes a format stringer, right? Like when you use like the interface version versus the generics version, that's a real thing. Yeah. Something on Reddit here. Oh yeah, I saw this too. Implementing the try proposal with generics. I worry for big organizations. Yeah. Maybe this is something with the Go code of conduct. I don't know. Yeah, I saw somebody built this. So try T any catch with recover panics. Yeah. I mean, just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? It's not safe for work. Oh, the post was tagged NSFW for as a joke. Okay, I see. This is an interesting idea, and don't get me wrong, like when I write Rust, I really like having things like result types that make this sort of thing like really easy, like the question mark operator and stuff. In Rust you would do like OS create question mark. But when in Go, do as the gopher does, right? We are going to... Yeah, we're going to monitor on a second connection here because then we're going to issue the request to do this from the first connection. So... defer func. So we are going to join the group. I guess I should do this, right? Con close in case that fails. And then defer, con leave group. Yeah, sometimes for these things that return errors, I like to sometimes be explicit, but it probably doesn't matter. I'm just trying to clean up a little bit. Hey, Taryn, thank you for the gift stub to Caustic. I appreciate that. Thank you. Very nice. I have 13 subs. Better watch out. That's pretty cool, actually. That's more than I expected, but lots of people doing the Prime sub thing this month for sure. Yeah, so we're going to open a second connection here because this way we can not interrupt what is going on with the main one, and this way you can run multiple monitors. You know, I mean, I guess if that's the thing you wanted to do. Con set read deadline, con receive. Yep. Okay. So now this is completely independent of our host connection, which is good. Our main connection. So we are going to go func monitor. And now this needs to be a panic because it's in a go routine. I guess that only applies for tests, right? Yeah, T fatal. I still like the panic and go routines instead of log fatal. I feel like the flow control is clearer, you know? Let's see here. Oh, people sending gifs in group chats. The worst. Close some tabs over here. What's going on? Twitter. Straight chillin'. Did that actually... Okay. Anyway, we are going to issue a cable test here and see what happens. So if error, see cable test, right? And we're just going to find out because I have no idea. None of us know, right? So failed to issue cable test. And then I think we're just going to block here because I don't know how... This is probably going to return immediately. And then this is going to do something in the background. So we're just going to do this. Anyway. So now we need to plumb that in as well. So in addition to monitor, we need cable test. Cable test. And as far as I can tell, this takes no... Oh, it does take a parameter. It takes the request structure just as everything else are. Okay. Much like the other. So we got monitor, and now we have cable test. Takes a request. And at this point, we need to issue a netlink request here. So we'll do the C execute, right? So C execute the command. Oh. It's not quite what I want. C get. I suppose... Is this appropriate? Is this get function appropriate for this? Yeah, it's close. It's not... This isn't quite like a get operation, but we're still gonna execute something and receive a result, so I might need to rename things a little bit, but anyway. We'll get some messages that indicate, yeah, I started it. That's fine. Link modes, header... Link modes, get... no. Cable test, header... Message, cable test, act. Cable test act, right, to start it. Let's see here. Networking, cable test. All you do is pass the cable test header. Cable test act. Action start cable test. Okay. Yes, that is the command. So this is going to be a privileged operation as well, I'm sure. So it already passes, get already passes request, right? I forget. I wrote this code and I forgot. So we're not dumping, we're going to do request and then maybe an acknowledge, but it seems like some of the other families don't. I think we're just going to pass request and no other flags. If error, return nil error. And we'll dump the cable test messages as well, and then we'll return nil. So, client, lowercase c client, right? So now we are going to have a program that opens two sockets. The first socket is going to be listening for, actually, well, we're going to open the first socket first, but the monitor socket will be listening. Oh, maybe we should, might like synchronize these slightly. Otherwise, it's possible that we will get the multicast notification too late, right? So something like this. Run this first. Oh, shoot. Doesn't work either because the client, yeah. It's kind of iffy, but ready. We're gonna try and make the Go routine scheduler cooperate with us. Close, ready, see. So in theory now this will block, or this will block until that Go routine is scheduled, but then as to what order these occur in, still kind of ambiguous. So ethtool request, yeah. So ethtool request on name. Let's go over to the server, like I was saying. So we'll do this serial interface too, right? So yeah, SSH serial. Log into good old conserve here. This is a program I wrote running on a Raspberry Pi, so I SSH into the Pi, it connects to the serial port, and then I can do things like take down networking and not worry about it, which is pretty nice. So, yeah, go run. What are my interface names? IPL. Bridge 0. Yeah, I guess I could try it with the VLAN one, ENP6S0. Okay. ENP6S0. So go build and scp./nl ethtool over to the old server. Let's run the. Oh, that's right. Cgo. It's NixOS, so Cgo enabled 0. Let's run this and see what happens. Operation not permitted. Yeah. I don't know what this is gonna do, so we're gonna find out together. Failed to issue cable test file does not exist. Oh, is it because it's part of the bridge? I can't issue it. Maybe because this one is part of the bridge interface. Let's try it on the 1 gig, so EMP5 S0. Okay. Anyway, same thing. Does not exist still. Am I not passing the requests properly? Cable test, request. We are passing the request. Cable test header, cable test action. Is it the flags? Is that what it's complaining about? Possible, I guess. Oh. It would seem not. I love transferring binary at 200 megabytes per second. That's 10 gig. So, pretty cool. Why is this giving us does not exist? So this would seem to indicate we're getting a netlink error here that we're unpacking. Operation not supported. Oh, so this might literally mean my NICs don't support this operation. That's sad. Okay, let's try the 10 gig NIC, I guess. Because we unpack the what do you call it, the error here, because operation not supported means that like you might be doing something that NLTool or ethtool doesn't understand. So my 10 gig NIC EMP12 S0. Let's try that. Maybe I just don't have expensive enough NICs for this, you know. Same thing. Damn. Well, that's a shame. I wonder if there's anything else we can monitor, you know. Monitor. Multicast. Nothing about multicasting. Huh. Underscore NTF. Notification. Link info. Link settings. Link modes. So maybe this will give me a notification if I change something. So like if I do something silly like, you know, change the wake on LAN settings or something on a NIC, maybe that would do it, right? Let's see here. Act. Underscore act. Cable test. User space request to set data. Yeah, so we want to set something. I wonder if there's something I can set that won't like totally mess me up. Like the wake on LAN parameters seems that seems perhaps not bad. Okay, here we go. Wake on LAN set. So you can turn on and off wake on LAN modes and stuff. Maybe we'll look into this. Secure on password. Let's see here. The bit set of enabled wake on LAN modes. So I guess maybe if we get and set the same modes, like the kernel will trigger something, right? So, just opened a new Chrome window. It's not what I wanted. Yeah, let's try. I guess let's try this wake on LAN stuff maybe. This requires capnet admin privileges. Okay. I'm bummed about the cable test thing. I suspect that my interfaces just don't support it, which is sad. Let's see here. I can close that window now. Yeah. Oh, I was working on Core Write a little bit earlier today. I forgot. I added a thing so that when it starts up now, if you do the :/64, it'll actually note the current subnets on the link as well. So did just a little bit of hacking on that. This is in good shape though, so it doesn't really need much attention at the moment. Yeah, I'm disappointed about this cable test thing. It's a real shame. Let's do the wake on LAN modes really quick. Let's try that. Let's see here. I can basically copy things, like copy the exact logic we have for the other stuff, kind of. So like instead of link modes, we would have wake on LAN parameters and stuff like that. So we don't need that anymore. We can close this for a while. We don't need the tests right now. So we're going to fetch the wake on LAN modes and then try and set them back, I think. So wake on LAN get. Okay. Hello, why do you like Go? I find that Go strikes a very good balance between simplicity, performance, and the types of problems I like to solve. So things like networking problems. It sits like a nice place in between something like a C and a Python. You can do lots of things you can do with C without as much of a hassle. And it's got the higher level niceness like Python too, kind of. I really like Go. I think it's pretty much the perfect language for the types of problems that I like to solve as far as like, networking goes. Hey, what's up, Flo? That is a real shame that does not seem to work. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. I also, if you are interested, I have some Go resources, the bots. There we go. The bot can tell you about that sort of stuff too. I'm not gonna implement the multiple for now. We'll just do the singular. So let's see here. Wake on LAN. I should record this clip and replay it anytime this question is asked. It's not that big of a deal. Maybe I could add it to the Nightbot response, like, the reasons I let go, but it doesn't come up that often either. So type wake on LAN struct some stuff. Wake on LAN. Wake on LAN request. This will be WLs. Unexpected number of wake on LAN. Yep. Okay. Wake on LAN. This will be the a WL header and then a message WL get. Yeah, I really do like Go though. It is I know some people have their gripes as far as the the syntax or generics or whatever else, but it's like I think that personally it's the best language I've ever used, and it does basically everything I want with very little fuss. Like, yeah, of course there's some there's some things that you wish could be a little better or whatever else, but like ultimately it's it suits me just fine. First wake on LAN. I should have just done a search and replace. Spent a lot of effort here. Let's see here. So NL set error message. Netlink sends an error message to PHY driver does not support cable testing. Yeah. So that's the extended X stuff. So that's something I want to look into my Netlink library. I have not done yet. So the problem with that, if I remember correctly, we found something where the wake on or somebody. Yeah. See, I wanna get this stuff. I want to report this. Yeah, not support. I'm guessing this is exactly the line I hit. So thank you for your splunking. I appreciate that. Yeah, I want to get the extended acknowledgement stuff going. That's something you can actually enable, but my library does not support actually parsing that data. So I suppose we could try and dump the bytes, but I'm not sure how it would work right now. I think that my library would probably explode on it. Actually, just out of curiosity, did we already remove the cable test? Yeah, we did. Anyway, yeah, that's something I do want to look into. We can maybe do a stream on that too. At some point. I think it's becoming more and more relevant, especially I ran into a problem at work that would have been useful to have it too. So let's see here. So wake on LAN. It's supported by a few drivers, AT803X, analog devices, industrial, Marvel, Broadcom, cable testing, BCM. See, I would have figured like Intel would support it, like Intel or like Mellanox. Those are usually the big players I think of. I would have figured they would support it, but no big deal. So this is again going to have an index and a name, I'm sure. So a WL header, and then we will dump the rest. So default spew dump 80 type 80 bytes. Now the awake on LAN struct needs an index and a name because that's something that we're going to have in every one of these damn things. Yeah, that's yeah. I'll have to look into that. Maybe, again, maybe we've got some nicks at work, like at Fastly, that support this stuff, and I could try it out there. Maybe something to look into, Compile? No, not even close. 73, how? Ooh, excuse me. Redeclared. Oh, I probably didn't save the file, did I? Yeah, there we go. Cannot use 223. Parse wake on LAN, right? 220. Oh, shoot. 223 client Linux, way off. This gets... Oh, this is why. Wake on LAN. Okay, cable test undefined. Yeah, there we go. Now, so what I want is not cable test. I want, what did we just implement? Wake on LAN. We'll do it on one of my NICs on my local machine. So that should be fine. Wake on LAN. Messages. If error, spew, dump. Wake on LAN. Okay. Go run. Oh, yeah, this one actually requires permissions because it can dump the password, apparently. If this machine even has a wake on LAN password, I don't think it does, but I don't care. I can always change it or something. It's not that big of a deal. So let's check out. Yeah, okay. So looks like we got type 2. So that worked. We got the header at least. Type 2. Let's see here. Is the probably the wake on LAN modes, I'm guessing. Secure on password. Are you a senior developer? Yes, I am a senior developer. I have been in the industry for 8 years now. I think roughly 2012 was usually when I say I started. Like that was when I wrapped my internship or that's when I first started working full time in the industry. Yeah, so roughly 8 years or so. At this point, I'm happy to answer questions if you have something more specific too. But wrong button. Do that all the time. Senior developer. Yeah, exactly. Go build and sudo do it. Okay. Sure is easy to build this stuff once you get a little bit of a rhythm going. That gave me a permission denied, right? That didn't give me a... I want to actually verify... Let's see here. Operation not permitted. Yeah, cool. Which is your favorite language? Go. I'm sure you're probably not a big surprise considering I do Go streams and stuff, but yeah, Go is definitely my favorite language. I think it is a very useful language that sits in a very good place between something like Python and C. So, would recommend. Check out the resources. He/him developer. Yes, for sure. Pronouns are good. Normalized pronouns. We don't need this anymore. Operation not permitted. Yeah, we're gonna want to unpack that netlink error and not return that directly to the client, but client Linux. The wake on LAN get, so if errors is error Unix e perm, we return OS error permission instead. Alphon MGA, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Permission denied. There we go. Perfect. And of course, we'll document all this later too. Which is the most demanding language in the industry? I assume you mean the most demanded, perhaps? I would say these days probably something like, you know, your web application stuff. So like really JavaScript, probably, you know, JavaScript front end type stuff, or Node.js. I'm sure Java's still up there too. I like Go. I think that Go you can do lots of interesting things with. Like you can solve problems. COBOL's probably, yeah, COBOL honestly is probably still pretty demanded too. I like Go because I think that Go gives you the ability to work on a wide problem space, and I find that the companies that are doing Go are the ones that are doing the more innovative type of work that I enjoy doing. So I previously worked at DigitalOcean and now Fastly, and both have very heavy investment into Go for building out like infrastructure, like large scale global deployments, you know, on thousands of machines. And yeah, Go is great for that. So would recommend. It is very good language. Rishi Kumar, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. What were we doing? Oh, parsing attributes. That's right. So we have a binary dump, right? A bit set. Ah, another one of these bit sets, huh? Okay, so we're passing the compact format. So this is going to be this sort of thing, huh? We could probably factor out some of this code even, but case Unix ethtool, not even close. Ethtool A, wake on LAN modes. So we're gonna want to factor out a parse bit set helper, I'm sure, but AD nested parse WOL modes. Let's see here. I don't know what the signature is going to be here quite yet, but I'm guessing it's going to look a lot like this. So we're going to copy this function really quick. Parse WL modes takes nothing at the moment because we don't have a structure we can pass in. I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing. So we're going to have the value in the mask. So spew dump value is mask. And then we return because we don't know what else we're doing yet. The thing is with like languages and stuff is that, I mean, some people will tell you that you should just be like a good engineer, right? Like you can pick up languages on the job and stuff like that. And I think that's kind of true, but I think it's important to explore different things and realize what your interests are, right? So for example, I personally have no interest in like front-end web development whatsoever. It just doesn't interest me. I don't find that interesting. I just said interested like 10 times. I don't find it satisfying to me. Like, I don't find it satisfying the same way I find these sorts of problems satisfying. Things like app development. I have people approach me all the time like, oh, you know, my company wants to build an app, like, you know, or friends who know I program are like, oh, can you help me build an app? And it's like, that's not, like, frankly, it's not interesting to me. You know, there are times where I would have loved to have some kind of like app on my phone, like my Android phone, but I don't really like Java. And I mean, I hear Kotlin is pretty good. I hear Kotlin is a thing that you should check out. So I wouldn't mind checking that out at some point. But frankly, I'm not really interested in like client side stuff at all. I really like server side. And even then, like, you know, back-end web development, I find pretty boring these days. Like, I really enjoy this more close to the metal, like interacting with the kernel, doing low-level network protocols. Like, this is kind of where I found my specialty. And I think that when you find your specialty and something you really like and gets you excited, that is something you should pursue. And the only way you can do that is just by exploring, right? Like, frankly, you know, there might be people in the stream right now who have no idea what I'm doing or find this boring as all get out, or maybe they walked away and left their computer on. Like, that's fine, you know, but I love this stuff. So it's, you got to find your own thing, you know? Oh, that's right. We have to sudo this again because it's not wake on, it's wake on LAN, not the cable test. One sec. Build to get wake on LAN parameters. Shoot. Bitfield 32 must contain exactly 12 bytes. Ah, the plot thickens. So the Bitfield 32s and the other one were not this size. Remember, they were 12. They were 12 bytes. How big are these? Let's see here. So this is silly, but 4. What the heck? Doesn't make sense. Really? It says bit set. Bit set. What the heck? I thought that, yeah, I thought that the whole thing said that they were always NLA U32 or whatever, or NLA bitset 32. Yeah. Excuse me? NLA bitfield 32. I don't understand this. I guess it's possible we're just returning the... It's possible this is like a value without a selector or something? I don't know. That's not 0. All zeros. So let's do hypothetically here. This is something valid and we don't understand it yet. So if len b equals 4, we parse just the value. I'm completely spitballing. I don't actually know if this is correct, right? But let's assume hypothetically this makes sense and just move on for now. Yeah, so the value and the mask are all zeros. Does that mean my NIC doesn't support Wacom LAN modes? Or it's not enabled in the hardware? I actually don't remember. And of course, I can't reboot my machine right now to find out. Huh. That strikes me as a strange thing. Let's do it for all the NICs really quick too, just out of curiosity. So, Wacom LAN. This will be the dump request equivalent. The plot thickens. Things get stranger and stranger. Wacom LAN. Sure. Wacom LAN. Okay. No, I only dumped a single NIC. Still, I want to dump all the NICs. So... sorry. Need to just change this. Wacom LAN. It's kind of a bad name. Might need to rename that a little bit. Anyway. See, okay, so one of my NICs does support 3247. Okay, so there is something. One of my NICs does support this, apparently. So I don't understand the 4-byte bitfield 32. Why? Is it not, it says it's a bit set. It doesn't say it's a U32. Let's check out the size. Maybe the size is a hint here for us. I know for the other one, the size was the number of constants defined in the kernel. Like on this machine, it says like 75 modes, and on my server, it says like 91. So maybe there's something similar going on here, and the size will give us a hint as to what size the NLA U32 or the NLA bitfield should be. But I don't understand. I'm lost, chat. Print line size is AD uint 32, right? No mask, only a list. Is this part of it too? Hang on a sec. We're gonna deduplicate this function with the other one and do some kind of bitset parsing function. Log that print line. No mask. Okay. Size 8, size 8. What is... Okay, so 8 bits, I guess. 8 bits? 8 bits. Why would it not have the selector thing as well? So maybe we were talking about the last stream. Maybe the selector is like the bank of bits. So for example, if you only got 32 bits and you have more than 32 values, the selector could help you like flip between the banks of bits. Maybe that's what this is, but I don't understand why it doesn't have the selector associated right now. That seems like that could break in the future if you ever add more Wake on Land modes, but maybe they've just decided that it will never need it. I don't quite understand yet. Don't quite understand. We're gonna roll with this, I suppose. And we are going to take a look at these values. So log.printf, let's see here, 0% 32 or %0 32b. I want to see the value. I want to see the raw binary, so we can count which bits are set. Okay. So one of my nicks is setting just this bit. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whatever 6 means, right? So I'm guessing this is going to be ethtool.h again. There's going to be some kind of bit mask as far as the so bit indices for the link modes, and then bit indices for the Wake on Land. Here we go. Wake underscore flags, right? Here we go. Wake magic, wake secure, magic secure. Okay. So wake underscore stuff. Do we even have these constants in Go yet? I don't know if we actually do. We're going to check xsys Unix. Wake. We have wake magic and that's it. Okay. We're gonna need the rest, so let's do that. Xsys. We gotta run the good old code generator once again. Let's go. Wake stuff. Where is this defined? Probably make errors, I'm guessing. Where does make errors live? Not under Linux, is it? Make all? No. Make errors. Wake underscore. How did the wake constant get in there in the first place then? I don't see it. Grep -r wake. Wake underscore magic. It's just defined in Z errors. Huh. Anyway, I think what we can do here. Hey, good afternoon. How's it going? So we're already defining ethtool.h in here, right? We are not. Okay, we're going to have to add ethtool.h here. And we want all of the wake constants right now. So ethtool underscore we're already grabbing. So pretty great. Had the day off. Hey, me too. That's why I'm here streaming. So welcome. WOL mode count. How odd. So I guess we're going to want to look for wake or WOL. Yeah, we're going to need to add a lot of these constants. It's annoying they don't all have the same prefix. Yeah, all this ports. It's here. Yeah. I mean, I guess there's only a few of these, so I could just write these by hand. Because we're going to need to specify the types and stuff anyway. I don't know. That's what I did for the ports up above. Like, I didn't define port constants. I just wrote my own type, and I think this could be a similar situation. But yeah, we're gonna have to expose it somehow. And there's few enough of these where it might be better just to... We don't need that. It might be better just to write them in our code. Yeah, see, like we expose port this way, we expose duplex this way. Probably just want to do this Copy and paste. I mean, for now. Yeah. So const type wake video all mode int const phy ucast mcast bcast arp magic. So I think the magic, I'm guessing what we're seeing here is magic. So 1 shifted 5 is, so let's see here. So we have 1. Yeah, I'm terrible at doing like mental shifts and stuff, but I'm guessing this just means that this supports the magic packet stuff, which is what Wake on Land is like referred to as. I guess a fun little detour really quick. So github.com mdlayer wol. I actually wrote a Wake on Land package in Go years ago, 6 years ago. And this works, and it actually supports, yeah, Travis, built on Go 1.5. Sheesh. This works, and actually you can do it either with UDP sockets or with raw Ethernet sockets. So depending on what your needs are, and I actually have used this in applications before, and this works, which is pretty cool. So probably still builds. Yeah, I bet it still builds too. But phy all mode equals 1 to the 0. I can do multi-cursor here, can I? Yeah, this isn't Python after all. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I feel pretty bad about for the Python community for the way that whole thing has gone down. You know, like it's just I recognize that Python 3 has lots of advantages and stuff, and it's a shame that it's just been such a difficult transition. You know, so unicast, multicast, broadcast, ARP, magic, secure, and filter. Right. Can actually get rid of all these parentheses too. Don't need them. Do multi-cursor. There we go. Okay, cool. So we copied and pasted those. So now we can use these in our code. I usually like to omit the prefix for these, but I think that like, ethtool.phy is going to be kind of ambiguous. So I suspect we might actually put like wake in front of these or something like wake mode, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, for the time being, we are going to iterate and figure out the supported modes. So I guess first of all, I think the magic is probably the constant set. So magic question mark, and that'll be values, value, and 1 to the, oh, never mind. These are already shifted, thankfully. So, and what did I just type? Magic not equal 0. Just realizing the AWS CLI is garbage. I haven't used the AWS CLI very much, so I can't really say. I've been working at infrastructure companies, so we tend to not use cloud infrastructure, in general. So it's kind of funny. This ought to work. Magic true. Yeah, see, exactly. So this is setting the bit where it says that the magic packet is supported. So yeah, there we go. GG, easy, right? We done good. Anyway, now we need to, let's see here. We need to package this up in a nicer way. I guess what is up with this? Like, why is the bit set value? I don't understand that at all, actually. So the one time it's 12, and then the one over here, it's 4 bytes instead. You can do simple things like make a VM on GCP and AWS, but you don't know anything more specific. It sure is. Yep. Such is life. One sec. Oh yeah, we were gonna. I was like gonna run the code generator and take like a quick bathroom break and stuff. I'll do that in a sec. But one sec. $440. Wow. The day has gone by a little bit. Let's see here. Usually prefer Terraform for stuff like this, but you just need to get a couple things up, so I'm not bothering with that. Yeah, totally. What I really need to do is I need to terraform my DigitalOcean DNS. That is something I have been slacking off on for ages. I know it's not that hard. I just need to do it. So, anyway, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break and get some water and stuff, so I'll be back. BRB. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Had a quick little snack, too. I just remembered. I'm sitting here and it's like, oh man, my hands are getting kind of cold. Ran them under warm water, but I forgot I got my little gloves. It's kind of funny. I keep my house at 68 Fahrenheit, just during the winter and stuff, because you can just save a lot of money that way. I guess my apartment's not a house, but anyway, I'm also on the second floor of the building, which helps as far as like insulation goes. But anyway, yeah, I got these little things. These are nice. Keep my hands warm. Also, if I'm having like hand pain from typing and stuff, they help with that too, but I'm not really too bad right now. So let's see here. The excuse me. Piece of granola bar in my throat. Ugh. Anyway, did you bring enough share with class? No, I did not. You must have great insulation. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad at all. I think that the windows are pretty good too. Like everything's pretty much fine. Like my electric bill is like maybe I think this last month it was like $120 electricity and gas, so not bad at all. Oh, victory! The audit code worked. I don't know why though. Nice. I am curious. Let's go check a look at that. Check a look at that. Good enough, right? This is the same call as before. Oh, there's another message. There's two messages. Yeah. So you can remove the netlink acknowledge and it won't send that second message. I was seeing the same thing with the yeah, there's an extra receive needed. Yeah, so I was seeing the same thing with the what do you call it? This ethtool netlink stuff. So I ended up taking out the what do you call it? I'm not using acknowledge in my code anymore. So like yeah, you're getting a different message that has the acknowledgement, but you should be able to remove this, and I think it will actually solve your problem. Wouldn't multiple messages be part of the messages slice? Yes, in theory. Sometimes there's multi-part messages, but sometimes it's just like yellow and it sends you two messages on the socket anyway. I'll be honest, I don't know which families play by which rules. Like a lot of the ones I use, like they're fine with the acknowledge and they put it all in one set of messages, but ethtool here seems to not, so I'm not passing acknowledge, and I suspect this is a similar situation. So I would try this without the acknowledge, and you can probably get rid of the receive. But yeah. Anyway, good luck. Yeah, so this works. I still don't. God, this is so weird. Why? Like, why would this structure exist if it's 12 bytes one time and 4 bytes another? Like, this can't be right. This can't be right. Like, what's going on? You know? I'm gonna look at ethtool again, I guess. Like, I don't understand. Oops, it's one sec. Oh, it's just my home directory. We're good. Can't. Oh, wrong. What's up? There we go. I need to assign those to stuff on my Stream Deck. I've got the light control over here, so I can do my little Go program that runs the Stream Deck lights and stuff. And that is available at github.com mdlayer keylight. So I had the Elgato keylight, and we actually did a stream a while ago, 8 months ago, where myself and Taryn were able to figure out a lot of the APIs for this. So I have this little interface that like turns the light on and off. You can set the parameters. So Oh, there is no command for that. It's not the big. I mean, it's not the big of a deal. It's probably part of like the setup or something. But yeah, this is a nice little thing. If you're on calls a lot and you want to have better lighting at your desk, this thing is great. I've only got one. I know they recommend two, but I don't really think there's a need. I think this light is plenty good. And this is I think I got like 30% brightness right now, and it's crazy bright anyway. So if I do, hang on one sec. Oh, I can actually show you. Here we go. We haven't used this in a while. Where is my other terminal? Up here. Okay. So if I do key light dash B1, 3 is the lower. Yeah, so it goes down a ways. But then, in some meetings I'll have it for like 10. This is usually fine, or sometimes like 20. I think my streaming setting right now is 30. If you go to 100, like that thing is like crazy bright. So yeah, I think 30 is my 30 is my default. So this actually is a Go program that talks to their HTTP API and configures it and stuff. So it's pretty nice. Would recommend. Anyway, back to this project. Yeah, this is something else. Yeah, okay, we're gonna look at ethtool. That's right. Excuse me. I do not understand why in the world this would be that way. Bitset get count. Bitset is compact. Bitset get bit. Walk bitset. Now, do they use the NLA U32 thing? Or the NLA Bitfield 32? Bitset index bit name. Oh, this is the non-compact version. I want just the compact. Yeah, bitset value. Let's see here. So get payload length. Bits divided by 4. What size did it say? Maybe the size thing is giving us a hint, but I don't understand where this NLA Bitfield 32 thing comes in then. So what did this say to us? What did this tell us? I need to know. Size 8. Okay. But if we divide that by 4, that's not quite right. So get payload bits value mask. And see, there's just this like this. In theory, it's like I can understand like the purpose of this and stuff, but it's like I hate when you have like these random shifts and stuff that don't explain what they're for. Like the problem is like bitmath is not intuitive to me. Like it is something I have to like write down and really think about. And it's like I feel like this could really use a comment, But I digress. So the bitset size is the count variable here. The number of words looks like magic to me. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I feel like it's just I feel like if you're gonna do stuff like this, like you need to explain why, Not trying to hand the developers, like I recognize that like, this is a great tool and everything, but it's so frustrating. So the number of words. So it's returning the number of words. Count plus 31 divided by 32. You feel like C programmers like doing this as an ego thing? Oh, maybe. I mean, or for them, like I think that for a lot of them, the bit manipulation stuff is pretty second nature. Not this specifically, but a lot of C code is wild. Yeah, for sure. There's a reason why they call them magic bytes. Yeah, for real. It's just difficult here. So length divided 4 is less than n words. So the count plus 31 divided by 32, that gives us the number of words. Count plus 31 divided, like, why? Like, so plus 31 divided by 32. Let's just pretend like we understand. Let's just pretend like we understand what's going on here. Anyway. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Let's see. One word. One word. That's just 8 bytes. 8 bytes? No. 4 bytes. Round up to the nearest 32-bit group. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. So, word's 1. Yeah. So this is one word is 4 bytes because a double word is 8 bytes, right? Yeah, so okay. So this actually gives us some indication here. So I don't understand the plus 31 divided by 32. Let's try this with the other one too, the link modes. I'm curious. So let's see here. Link modes. It'll F failed to get link modes. Why did I? Oh yes, I wrote that because I want to do the same thing here. So log.println. Let's see here. ALM words is dividing by powers of 2, doing bit shifts. Yeah, sometimes that's a thing. I forget which. Yeah, I know that's like a thing you can do. ALM words is 80 uint32. Presumably the same logic. So plus 31 divided by 32. Integer division is floor, right? So basically a hacky mod substitute. I see. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured as well. Like probably I'll write it out a little more explicitly if I use it, but words 3. Okay, so this is telling us, yeah. So this bitfield 32 thing, I still don't exactly understand. I don't understand where this comes in because yeah, we get 3 words of data here and that's fine. But I don't understand. I actually don't understand 3 words of data. So 32 times 3 is 96? 96? Yeah. And there's like 95 bits max. So yes, that makes sense. So I don't think it's this NLA bitfield 32. I think this is I don't think this is like a thing. Like I think that this is like an array of uint32s or something, and like we allocate it based on the size, and then this selector thing is I think this feels like wrong to me. This doesn't feel right. Based on what I'm seeing, right? I mean, let's check link modes in this package as well, but see, so it's funny, right? So like we were talking about imposter syndrome on stream, and it's like this is something that like when it comes to like this magic, bit manipulation or like, the rounding logic or all this stuff, it's like none of this is intuitive to me at all. And it's like I've been programming for years and I regularly work with this kind of stuff. And it's like, I just have to work through it. I have to work through it, really reason it out and try and understand. So we check N words here a couple of times. Excuse me. Payload length. You mask it. The mask is the bitset mask. Index divided by 32. So it would seem to me uint32 pointer to uint32. So this is like an index and an array, right? So yeah, it doesn't seem like they're using the NLA bitfield 32 stuff at all. It seems like really this is just like arrays of uint32s, which is kind of what we were just talking about, right? Like we'll have either 1 uint32 in the case of the wake on LAN or 3 uint32s in the case of the advertised link modes. So I don't understand where this NLA bitfield stuff comes in. Like let's temp ethtool 510 grep NLA bitfield. Is this used anywhere? No, it's not. Bitfield. Struct NLA bitfield 32. Okay. Netlink message buffer. Netlink message buff.h. Bitfield. Put bitfield 32. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get it. ETH NLA put bit field 32. So this isn't even used in the library at all. So why is it in the docs? Anyway, I think we figured something out here. So maybe we should let's see here. I want to keep working on this. So GCO, we're gonna check out a branch and we're gonna try and fix the existing logic, I think. Let's do a quick little work in progress, commit, and then we're gonna go back and we're going to figure this shit out. And now we don't have that logic anymore. Figured out. Right. So this is not a thing. Like, I don't think this is a thing at all, actually. So the problem we are running into now is that we need to get arrays. We need to allocate the arrays, not the arrays, well, they are arrays, they're slices. We need to allocate the slices. Unit 32. 32 values, mask unit 32s, and then we're going to allocate them based on the size we get here. So int colon equals AD unit 16, 32. Is bit set size? It was 32, wasn't it? Close that. Close this. Close all these links. Don't need them. We might need that. Don't need this. U32. Number of significant bits. Yeah, so this bit set size comes first, and this tells us how much space to allocate, and then we allocate it. So values equals make uint32 of length 0 and capacity length 0? Length 0. Yeah. Yeah. So length 0 and capacity of n. So this is going to be plus 31 divided by 32. And mask is going to be the same thing. Make 2, 0, n. Allocate, let's see here, n words of data based in values, mask based on the number of significant, wow, that's going to be hard to spell, significant bits returned by netlink. This will create storage for, this allows storing the values and mask into these slices in the other attributes, right? So now, instead of this parse bit field 32 stuff, which is now gone, we parse into the slice. So we're going to make a function that populates a slice. So parse uint32 slice. Parse uint32s. Yep. This is not nested. This is do. So do returns function bytes. Okay. So the slice is a pointer to a slice of uint32s. And you return a function that operates on bytes and returns an error. So now we return this. So now we have access to the raw data, and we already know the length of the data. So we'll do a check here to make sure we already allocated enough space for it. The explanation is on the docs page. The value of mask must have length at least ethtool a bit size rounded up to a multiple of 32 bits. So it's a hacky way to get there. I see. Makes sense. Yeah, I just don't understand it said something about the NLA bit field 32 type, and I don't understand where that comes in. Like, because it's not, I'm not seeing that at all here. Either of these APIs I've seen so far don't use it. So I just don't understand, you know. Yeah. So continuing on, we have B 30, no, return nil. Okay, so we need to check. So if len b divided by 4, 3, 4, 4. Number of bytes divided by 4. Isn't that's the number of words? Yeah. Not equals len s. Dereference s. Format error f. ethtool. Let's see here. Cannot store %d bytes in 32 of size with the length. No, that'd be the capacity actually. With capacity %d. So the length of the bytes and the capacity of the slice again. Okay, and then we can just iterate over this and decode. So now we do for I equals 0, I less than 4, I plus plus, star s at I plus equals 4. We're going to populate 4 at a time. So star s at I. No, that's not going to... We can do this. I is less than the capacity of s. I guess we can... since we're going to be indexing anyway, well, we could just do, yeah, si equals percent si append. What am I doing? Append into with the current value of the thing. So nln qint32 of b at index I up to I plus 4. Right? So we take 4 bytes and put them in uint32 and then store it into the slice, and then we're done, I think. So parse uint32s, right? So okay. Now we need to do the masking operation now that we have both. So they have to be the same size. By this point, we've already asserted that they are the same size. So for I equals 0, I less than the length of values, I plus plus. Values at I gets masked with the mask at I. And then now we iterate over... Oh, shit. This is trickier now. Do this in a sec. I just want to see this work. %b. Can you binary print a slice like this? Does this work? 0, 8b. Command. Go run main. Yep. Sick. So this seems to be working. 8b. Oh no, sorry, I don't want 8b, I want 32b. I'm dumb. There we go. How about that? Yeah, okay. Cool. So that makes more sense. And it seems to be working. But now we need to go through the modes again and figure out which element of the stuff. What font am I using? Whatever is the default. I think whatever is the default in VS Code, actually. Settings. Droid Sans Mono. Probably Droid Sans Mono, I think, is probably the one I'm using. But I forget exactly. I don't think this is monospace. Cool. Okay. So... Probably the default for Ubuntu. Yeah, I imagine it is. Faust, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So now I need to figure out, based on the bits set. Oh boy. We need to get this working again. So this is going to be values, value. No, this is going to be, we already applied the mask. So what we were doing before is we were iterating the link modes. I feel like that's inefficient, and we should iterate just the bits that are set, right? like we should go through each. I think probably what we want to do instead is look them up this way. So for v colon equals range values. So for each of these values, this is going to be a uint32. We check which bits are set. Is there a... Let's see here. There's no quick way to like... got like math bits. Ones count. Yeah, ones count leading. This isn't going to work for us, I don't think. No. What we want is to check each bit if it's set. So we need to... This is... I wonder if we're going to want to make this link modes thing into a map so we can look up values in it or something, right? Because we need to see which bits are set and then look at those bits and then map them to the link mode that corresponds. So... percent 032 B equals 0. Just skip for now. Yeah, so index as well, percent 02 D or percent D, I guess, is fine. So bank 0 and bank 1 are populated in both of these. So what we need to figure out now is how exactly to look these up, right? Like, I feel like there's probably some silly data structure thing I can do to make this really fast, but it's like I'm going to do it in the dumbest way possible because that's the way I work. I'm definitely going to do the dumb thing first. That's how I roll. Is what it is. So what we'll do here is the bit that's set is we're going to iterate over each bit again, I think, but then we're going to add like an offset for the index into the slice or something, right? What's interesting now is that I don't remember us having bits in the higher parts before like this. That's did I get this right? No, I did not. This is wrong. I times let's see here. So I times 4. From I times 4 to I times 4 plus, right? Isn't this hang on a sec. I times 4 plus 4. I think that's right now. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, see, the logic that was wrong here is I was basically clobbering the bits every iteration and stuff, but in this case, the only bank of bits we're actually using here is the first bank. So for my NICs, this is really easy, but if I had like 100 gig NICs or something, then it would be in the second or third bank of bits. And that's when you need the offset logic with the N stuff. So again, we're going to write this in the dumbest way possible because that's the way my mind works. I times 4, I plus 1 times 4. I plus 1 times 4. I plus 1 times 4. I feel like my way is more clear. Assuming they're equivalent, I feel like my way is more clear because you get the plus 4 offset. But I'm just being picky. So basically the same as you wrote. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no big deal. Thanks for your help though. I appreciate that. In fact, you have been it's the same mathematically. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I don't my math right now is not there. One sec. Hey, MD Lair, thank you for the gift sub to Flow. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. Right. So yeah, we got to iterate over each value in the array, which there could be up to 3 of. And then, so see, for example, if I remove this, we'll see the second and third banks they exist, but they're empty, right? Yeah. So we would check the bits that are set and then map it to the index thing. So actually, I think we need to modify the link modes script really quick. I think we need to make this so this is a map now, so we can look it up based on the bit, right? Like which bit is set becomes one of these, and then yeah. Zero, one. Is just having to conveniently be that these are already in order. So the slice index already matches the bit. So the slice index matches. So we could actually just, we don't have to make a map at all. We can just use the slice index, right? So link modes at, so for example, shit, we gotta check which bit is set. How do you iterate bit by bit? For I equals 0, I is less than 32. I mean, hey, what's up, Jimmy? Suck at this. Friday night, motherfuckers! Yeah, exactly. Hope you're doing well. I'm looking forward to my Friday night. I had a couple barrel aged beers last night. Yeah, let's see. What did I check in on Untapped? MD Lair. Oh god. Untapped.com. MD Lair. Oh, what? Is this one of those stupid? I think it is. There we go. Yeah, so last night I had Bourbon Barrel Aged Dagger Stout, Bell's Eccentric Collaboration, United Hibiscus Saison. I also had a Blanton's Neckbeard Nectar. That was pretty good too. But I didn't drink all of these. Like, I mean, I did have all of these, but like I didn't finish any of them. I don't think it was just too much, but it's pretty good. When you first moved to NYC, you started using Untapped and stopped really quick. I regret not keeping it up. Yeah, I've had to really commit to it, but it's like I'm, at this point, like I'm so committed, like, 7,300 check-ins, 4,400 unique, like, he finished all of them. I did not finish all of them, not even close. Although I was, God, I was pretty lit last night. That was a thing. Eric, I'm surprised you're still hanging out. These are all the big bottles, right? No, this is so let's see. This was a 16-ounce crowler, probably had like half 12-ounce bottle, and then 500 milliliter bottle. The fancy limit release bottles, yeah, no 750, thankfully, but this is from New Year's, the champagne of beers. So stupid. So funny. Okay, smart networking people. How do you iterate bit by bit? Oh, you find yourself looking up. Nice. Thank you. Bit twiddling hacks. I know I've seen something like this, and there's like what is it, Hacker's Delight? Counting bits set. Nice. Cool. Probably, it looks like a lot of these are the stuff that's implemented, like math bits, like reversing, swapping, counting, testing for, cool. So I guess what we could do here is we could iterate I0, J is less than 32, J++, and we'll check each bit for being set. I definitely drank like 5 to 6 beers on Wednesday, just a regular week. I get it. I mean, during the pandemic times, it becomes all too tempting. I totally understand. So this is shortcut. So we're gonna iterate each bit. So we check if value at J shifted to, or 1 shifted to J. 1 shifted J times. Yeah, here we go. Not equals 0. And if this is set, then we can look up, actually here, so what we do is we do 32 times I plus, no, that's not right. I'm close, but what we do now is we attach a mode. Cannot index uint32. Oh, shit. Yeah, we can't index the uint32. Yeah, I'm dumb. We need to look at the individual bits. So shifting, do we shift down and mask every single one? Like, is that what I want to do here? shift and mask. Like right shift everything and then just keep masking off or something, mask down to the last bit. I know that's probably like going to be a silly way to do it. Like I said, I'm going to do this the naive way first. If V ended with I and J. Oh yeah, yep, that's right. Hey, thank you both. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's way smarter than what I was thinking of. I was about to do something real silly. Like, yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks. I'm gonna shout you both out. I appreciate you. Yeah, this is a lot smarter. I and J and I equals 0. Yeah. Okay, so that tests the individual bits, right? If it's not equals 0, then we add an advertised link mode, and the link mode is going to be the one that lives at. We look it up. You definitely bookmark that bit hex page. Nice. Yeah, I should bookmark that too. So the mode is going to be link modes at the index 32 times I plus J, right? I'm almost positive that seems close, right? M-bit, M-sir. Yeah. Okay. Does this work? Anywhere close? It didn't panic. That's good. This is an adventure. Twitch chat, we were having an adventure today. Fiber 10,000. Yeah, it works. Check it out. Holy shit. That is definitely the sort of bullshit I would not expect to work on the first try. So thank you all. I appreciate you. Bless up Twitch chat. For saving me from myself. From Twitch chat for saving me from myself. Is that the PogChamp for today? Nice. Yeah. I was saying what I should do is I should get a green screen and I should like do dumb faces and make those my emotes like PogChamp. You got to give credit to Twitch chat, not people. Yeah, I did both. Fair enough. Wait, what is the Pog like different? Yeah, they're changing PogChamp every day now. So I don't know the whole story, but I guess that whoever was the face of PogChamp for a long time made some pretty shitty comments recently, and Twitch no longer wanted to be associated. So now they are rotating PogChamp every day. So nothing to do. Exit early. Let's see here. For each, so test each bit to find which ones are set and use that to look up the proper index in link modes, accounting for the 32 bytes or the 32 offset of 32 for each value in the array. So we can find the correct link mode to attach. There we go. That's pretty good, I'd say. Has anyone developed a language server before? I'm thinking about developing a highly opinionated one for Python. Nice. Yeah, I have not. I know that Go Please is like a thing. Go Please is like a thing in Go and stuff. So like you potentially use that as like a reference, but I've never written a language server. Let's see here in the licensed Twitch chat. Nice. Will there never be any skipped bits in linked modes? Yeah, so that was the assumption I was looking at as well. But when I looked at this the other day, bit indices. Yeah, there are no skip bits. So 31, 32, it keeps adding up all the way. So I think we are safe with the assumption that it will never there'll never be bits skipped. I could note that assumption though. Let's see here. Note that the lookup assumes that there will never be any skipped bits in the link modes table. No bits set. Don't bother checking. Cool. We done good. This is way better than it was. This is good. Probably good general purpose code at this point, so we can factor out this helper and then use it. You could assert that mbit equals 32 times I plus j. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if it'd be worth like adding the panic or if that would be expensive potentially. Well, I guess there's not that many modes either. I think the thing is that like probably people in the kernel are relying on these being contiguous as well. So I suspect we're okay, but let's see here. So Python language server sucks, and the good ones by Microsoft are all in TypeScript, not Python. You need the language server in Python so you can lock it, version lock it like all of your other dev dependencies. Interesting. So we've got .NET, PyLS from Palantir, PyLance is proprietary, PyWrite is a node. Jedi language server, but it's excruciatingly slow. Yeah, I don't really think about Python, unfortunately, but it sounds like you all have got that mostly figured out. But yeah, I think we're probably okay. I think we're probably okay with that assumption. What is a language server? So language servers are kind of the new hotness from like Microsoft and stuff. They created the language server protocol. So if you are using like Go, for example, in your editor with Go Please is a language server. So instead of shelling out to little tools to like format your code and stuff, there is now like a protocol, and like your editor speaks this protocol with the language server, and they can do lots smarter things and like quick completion and stuff. It's just a better experience overall. So it's kind of like a nice integrated way of like decoupling the tools from the IDE. Like the IDE can just make calls out to whatever language server, and the language server can be used by many different implementations, which is great. So Go Please, for example, the one developed by the Go team, is it's getting pretty good at this point. Yeah, Go Please is just awesome. That's wicked. Yeah, it's a really neat idea. It's one of those things where it's like, you wonder why they didn't think about it before. Oh shit. So there's also the no mask thing, right? So I actually should, let's see here. Bits I can represent either a value mask pair or a single bit map. So no mask. No mask, only a list. So if they're, let's see here. So we skip masking if there's no mask, right? So case Unix, ethtool, a no mask, bitset no mask. 1, 2, okay. Let's see. That's cool. People try, but it got no traction. LSP is only popular because VS Code exploded. For some tools, it's still a square peg round hole. I see. Let's see here. So this function deals with specialized. So bit sets are represented as a slice of contiguous uint32s, which each contain bits. By default, the mask bit set is applied to values unless we explicitly find the no mask flag. No mask equals true. So we'll mask by, I don't like doing like if not no mask, so we'll mask by default. So mask equals false. And I guess if there's no mask, we can just skip. So if mask. Oh shit. Do mask. Yeah, here we go. Do mask. Consider captain number of valid bits. Yeah, I don't think we need to anymore because now we're actually just doing what the kernel tells us. So VS Code seems to be extremely popular now. LSP equals language server protocol. Yes, I apologize if I didn't say that. VS Code doesn't ship with the LSP client. It's up to the extensions to add the client and its dependencies. Interesting. I thought VS Code had a native LSP client. Yeah, let's see here. So the slices. So we need to, let's see here. Only mask if asked. Mask by default unless the caller told us not to. If not mask. Or if do mask. Apply the mask, and then we iterate. Yeah. Very good. So now we're at the point here where we can actually factor out some of this. We can factor out like this whole thing and reuse it, and we definitely will. But let's see here. You appreciate VS Code, but you rather use NVim if Python servers weren't all terrible. Well, I guess I just found I'll be working on this weekend. Yeah, do it. Sounds good. Our line length limit's not a big thing in Go. Not a dig on your coding style. It's still relatively new to the community. Yeah, I think that it's probably personal preference. I personally still go with 80. Like, you'll see I have this ruler here. I go with 80, and like my word wrap is 80 and stuff because I know I have a 4K monitor, but when I'm full screen at my normal font size, I can have 4 panes side by side, which is great. So I do 80, except for like, this function signature. If a couple things creep over, whatever, but I will often reflow things at 80. Like, for example, I would put this on a new line too, but I think, yeah, my general preference is to keep lines pretty short. Keep them at 80. Exactly, 80 same, prefer less than 100. Yep, me too. I've had people who will write out like, 150 character lines, and I really don't like it. My co-founders are all VS Code, and I'm NVim. We probably have similar problems with tooling. Fun. Fun. Okay. This is looking pretty good. I thought about factoring out like a clever like iteration thing here, like a callback, but I feel like doing the callback a whole bunch of times would be pretty inefficient too. Let's see here. So parse uint32s parses a, let's see here. I wonder if I should allocate, I feel like this capacity checking stuff might be a little clever. I wonder if I should, callback will be hella slow allocating the stacks. Yeah, that's exactly it. I feel like, I don't know. So we're allocating up front here. Maybe I should just do by index to be less clever, because like I'm not used to like checking the capacity of stuff. It just seems unusual, Length. And then we do star s at I equals. I feel like that's just maybe a little bit more clear. A parses a bit set. I guess I just call this parse bit set, right? Parse bit set. So a compact bit set into a pre-allocated slice of uint32s. The slice must be pre-allocated with the appropriate length and capacity for the length of the input data. If you're playing with bits, your performance target is probably much tighter than something using callbacks. Yeah, I think you're right. Glace Iron, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're right. I was just trying to think of how I could reuse this code, but I think I'll probably end up reusing like half of this and then just factor out the rest or something. So cannot index on a. Is that it? Is it complaining about that? Yeah, I think it is. Still works. Okay. Parse bit set, parse bit set. Yeah, right. Okay. Now the tests are gonna fail like crazy, I think. Yeah. Because we were doing some really janky, yeah, exactly. We were doing some really weird stuff. Um, yeah, pack bitfield 32. Yeah, this isn't even like a thing anymore. Yep. So we actually have to set all this stuff properly now. I almost wonder if I should make like a bit set type or something, just to make this all easier. But like type bit set slice of uint32. I don't know. I don't know. For now, we'll do it this way. So this will be pack bit set. And then we're also going to need to pack the. Let's see here. So the size is going to be static here for now. It feels like cheating, but well, I suppose we could do a little bit of trick here. So size. This is going to be a uint32. Oh, spam color. I'm sure. God, Hangouts, man, every day. Yeah, I get a bunch of garbage calls. Thankfully, the Google stuff is pretty good about filtering that. Let's see here. Hang on one sec. My friend is drinking Hop Slam from Bell's. That's a good beer. It's a thing though. Hop Slam will it'll mess your day up a little bit if you're not careful. You found extra filters for Fi recently, but it was in the app. Really? Let me check the app then. I'm curious. I think I might already have those turned on, but spam and block numbers, block spam calls. Yeah, I've already got that turned on. Not sure if it's in the Android app. Yeah, I'm on Android, but yeah, it seems like block spam calls is in there. So we can do a trick here. So length of link modes plus 31 divided by 32. We do the same trick. Yep. uint32. Okay. There is an iOS thing where it requests permission to intercept your calls. Interesting. Yeah, I think the Project Fi app probably does that, or the Google Fi app probably does that too. So pack bit set. Packing the bit set now, we are going to, let's see here. Const len link modes bit set or link modes size. Yeah, the number of bytes, right? So yeah, we can do a constant. It's not a constant. What do you mean it's not a constant? You can figure out the length that compile. Oh, it's you know what I can do actually is I can make it an array instead of a slice. So there we go. If I run go generate now, now that is generating an array instead of a slice, which means now that we can do constant lookups. Sweet. Cool. That was an easy thing. Compute the link mode size is the number of bytes required to store the link mode's bit sets. No need to request a permission on Android. Yeah, I've had the app forever, so I couldn't even tell you. So link mode's size. Yep. uint32? No. Close that. Cannot use link mode size as an int. Okay, so it doesn't need an explicit coercion. Okay, sure. No problem. Pack bit set. Now we need to pack the bit sets. This is going to be also link mode size. Oh, there we go. Good old time. Values, uint32. Yeah, this is totally wrong. So is a, let's see here. Divided by 4? Divided by 4? Yeah. 12 divided by 4. Yeah. Okay, so values is going to be make uint 32. Link mode size divided by 4. So that's going to be for each ALM, we pack it into the. So we need to do the same thing in reverse. I guess what's good about writing this in the test is that ultimately this logic is going to be moved out into the main code as well, because we're going to need this. That'll be good. We're going to need this to make requests. So ultimately, it's not that big of a deal. So for each ALM, var I, hang on a sec. Var I int. Let's see here. So values at I. I plus. See this the hangover and stuff is starting to get to me. The headache's coming back. I was not ready for this tonight. I was not ready for the netlink trickery, native Indian bullshit stuff. Oh, we're trying to shove this in a byte slice. We're not trying to shove this in uint32s. What am I doing? Yeah, so we're trying to shove this in a byte slice. So I want to set the bit at. Yeah, so that's setting the bit, that's fine, but then the offset is going to be if this is greater than 32, it's got to be +1, and if it's greater than 64, it's got to be +2. This is really stupid, but if ALM index greater than 32, off int off equals 1, switch. Remember, write the dumbest thing possible and get it working and then fix it later. ALM index is greater than 64. Greater than or equal. No, greater than. Yeah. Offset equals 2. Yep. Okay. I'm writing awful code today, aren't I? I'm bad. Okay. Can I store 3 bytes in a uint32 with length 1? Yes, correct. Times 4. Pack bit set. This isn't 3 bytes. Yeah, this is 12 bytes. And then the bit set size is going to be 3. I need to make like helpers for the word rounding and stuff. Like that's a thing I keep running into. So we're not allocating enough space. Offset equals index. So I have an 8. I wonder if you're mixing 32 and 8. I think I probably am. Yeah. So offset equals index divided by 8. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? ALM index divided by 8. Yeah. I think that's correct. We're missing something really easy here. So the size, the number of bits stored in the thing. Oh no, what am I doing? This is wrong. This is link mode size. Is, yeah, the number of link modes is the number of bits. So this actually needs to be len link modes. The length of the link modes. Uint32. Link mode size. Now this is also going to be. This is actually going to be the length of the link modes divided by with the stupid trick. So this is going to be length of link modes divided by 30 or plus 31 divided by 32. That same trick again. Yeah. Cannot store 3 bytes in... Oh, no. I'm doing something dumb again, aren't I? 92 plus 31. Cannot store 3 bytes in a uint32 of length 3. What am I allocating here? Like I said, I can tell my mental capacity is not... Yeah, length 3. That's not right. It should be this times 4. This is the number of words. There we go. Okay. Whew. Yeah, we're gonna comment this. Don't worry. But yeah, we're getting close. So ours nil. I got print f %b b. Yep, so that's setting some appropriately. Oh shit, am I doing this? No. Oh, that's right. What am I... Oh, let's see here. ALM index needs to take the bit offset, so you must remove the index of the ALM, I think. Yeah, the brain fry is real here. Oh. No? No, wait. That's no, this is still right. Because this is the index and that's shifted and that's applied to, yeah. Can you clarify? It needs to take the bit offset. So you must remove the index. My brain is fried all the time, unfortunately, yeah. Right now, like doing all this heavy bit manipulation stuff, like, yeah, this is messing with me. This is a good learning experience though. Like, I mean, it's gonna be great when we're all done with it. It's just that my mental capacity is not at my usual level today. We're getting close though. It's close, so I want to get this right, you know. It's hard to do bit tricks low level and design high level thinking at the same time. Yeah, totally. What am I missing here? So it's just complaining about eth0. Let me just check the test. Let's see here. The index could be 11 now, and if it's the 11th bit, it means it's the 3rd bit in the 2nd byte. Yes, you are right about that. Yeah, you're right. That's problematic, huh? Yeah, so we need to... That's a good point. Yeah, so we need to divide... We need to divide this. Divide by 8. Like, is this right? Hang on. Hey, oh, we're close. This looks like an off by 1 now. So we're getting 10 base T instead of 1,000 base T. Yeah, we're close. For I ALM at least. Yeah. Hmm. And then do the math with I and ALM index. Yeah. Yeah, we're close. We're close. So yeah, we can do that divided by, not divided by, minus 32 times I. ALM index minus 32. Oh, why am I even casting this anymore? ALM index minus 32 times I. Right? Uh-oh. Negative shift. 32 times I is 0. Oh, no, this is silly. That's not going to work. Index minus 8 times I. Bytes, so 8. The index is minus 8 times I. Index minus 8 times I. I apologize. I'm having a hard time piecing things together from Twitch chat today. I know there was one time where I was doing I did a stream one time with the some of the WireGuard stuff, and the creator of WireGuard was just like writing ridiculous like bitmath like in the chat and just like copying and pasting it and it would work first try, and I'm just like, okay, well, I guess that's what like a C veteran can do, you know? And I'm sitting here just like pounding my head against this. I need to like just like visualize it like in my head, like how this is like how the data is structured, but I'm just having a hard time right now. Bit fiddling is fun. LOL, Jason. Yeah, it was a thing. It was a lot of fun though. Bit fiddling is fun. Yeah, this is entertaining. It's just it's hard. It's just it's not natural for me, you know. Let's see here. So yeah, we gotta take the shift and we have to remove. We gotta downshift it. Not downshift. So if it's greater than 32, we have to remove the 32. So we just did this in downshift. LOL, we street racing now, boys. Yeah, downshift, left shift. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. Didn't we just do this? Didn't we just do this exact logic? Like, it didn't work. One shifted by ALM index. I might have had the parentheses wrong. It's possible. ALM index minus 8 times I. Nope. Negative shift. Yeah. Because the thing is here is that like for every one of these modes here, like we're not iterating the bytes, we're iterating the slice, right? And the slice could have like 10 modes in it, and then suddenly we're negative 80, right? So we need to iterate the, since we're not iterating the bytes, so we could do, oh right, yeah, no problem. We're close, but I think this might be my brain's way of telling me to end the stream. Like I want to solve this. I want to get the test passing, but then we might not do much more today, you know. So we want to set the bit. We need to, if it's over 32, we need to subtract 32. If it's over 64, we need to subtract 64. So I'm sure there's like a division we can do. Soon scotch time. Yeah, that might happen tonight. Stave off the hangover with some more scotch. Yeah. You think it's easier to have two variables for now, one with the byte number and one with the bit index? Yeah, maybe. I guess what I could do for this is I could just be byte index 1 shift by bit index. Yeah. Yeah. Can I use like a remainder here, like remainder 32? Like, is that right? No, it's not quite right. Like the remainder of 32, right? Like, did that fix one of them? No. It did fix one of them. 32 byte index equals the index divided by 8, right? This seems promising. I feel like there's something I can do here with the remainder. Like I want the remainder let's see. Let's try it. So you're saying bit index or byte index. So the index of the, whoops, the index stored in the struct. Index stored in the struct divided by 8. Yep. So byte index. Yep. And then the bit index is, I don't know what that is. Bit index is the index here minus the byte index times 8. Bit index. Hey, that passed. Nice work. Very good. So intuitively, we figure out the correct element in the array by dividing by 8, because that indicates like which byte it falls into, and then the bit index is, so let's take like 95 minus the byte index times 8. Yeah. It puts you back. Okay, yeah, nice work. I think that's more clear too. And the test pass, which is very good. Sweet. That seems strange. Yeah, I can't quite. Why not index %8? Like the byte index %8, you mean? Byte index %8? The remainder? No, that's not right. Yeah, I think like intuitively I can kind of like see how we get there. Bit index equals index %8. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I see what you're all saying. Yeah, nice. Okay. Yes, I was doing %32, but yeah, that's why I knew it was on something remainder, but yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Sweet. Yeah. So I suppose we could potentially just inline this too, but that seems clear for now. So yeah, I guess we'll leave that. Nice. Cool, good work. Good work, Twitch chat. Yeah. I'm gonna give credit to a few folks here. We're gonna credit everybody who is helping me. I'm not gonna be able to spell Wakanda Bear. I got to copy and paste your name. Copyright 2021 Twitch chat. Yeah. And I'm not here to help, only distract. Isn't mod an expensive op? I mean, it could be, I guess, but like we don't really care in practice, I guess, right here. But yeah, thank you all. I appreciate that. That is helpful. Very helpful for me. I don't think I'll be running this code per packet. No, not at all. No, this is going to be like for like the occasional request and stuff for like, the tests. It doesn't matter. I think we're going to want to make the receive path faster, but the request path is probably going to be pretty slow. And that's okay. Let's see here. So calculate number of bytes necessary for the bit set in words. Calculate the number of words necessary. Then multiply by 4 for bytes. Number of words necessary for the bit set. Yes. Also, the compiler will change the %8 and divide it to a bit mask and shift. Yeah, I'm sure. Something sufficient smart compiler. Yeah, totally. Yeah, the ASM or the ASM. Oh my god, what's it called? SSA passes. The SSA passes do all kinds of magic. Yes, this is a pack ALM bits. Yeah. SSA. Yeah, exactly. Thanks. Okay, so we got this working. You haven't been doing too much auth stuff. Yeah, totally. I feel a lot better about this now than the excuse me, the mystery NLA Bitfield 32 stuff. Same. What's up, Superfast? Still chilling? Man, you thought I was a potato before. You should. I assume you saw me just now, but yeah, I was going real potato here. Spud brain. Start at go. Sweet. So let's see here. ethtool. Remove. So now we have the true representation. So fixed representation of compact bit sets. Good shit, my friends. Ambient background talk for my Stardew Valley bench. Hell yeah. I might play some Stardew tonight too. That sounds pretty good. The mindless grind, right? That's all you need in life. That game is so relaxing. Yeah, I love Stardew. It's great. I'm on summer year 2 now, like summer 10 or something. I'm sure that Superfast is ahead of me. I think he grinds real hard. I need to test this with the no masking stuff too. That's gonna need to come at some point as well. Anyway, so let's check out the other branch we had. I think we can probably... Uh-oh, did I freeze the... Yeah, I did. Hey, thank you again, whoever taught me Control S and Control Q. I appreciate that. Grinding real hard, nice. Dude, my girlfriend and I are on summer year 2. We make like 50K a good day. Is that a lot? Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, like, if you're making like wine and stuff, that's totally doable, you know? Like, I'm at the point where all of my crops basically go into wine or, you know, pickled vegetables or whatever. So it's like, I don't sell anything straight up. So yeah, you're doing well. If you're on like 50K a day on a good day on somewhere year 2, you're doing well. We need to check out the work in progress bench now. Rebase back to master. We got some stuff to fix. So we need to accept the current change. And we need to accept the current change. And we need to accept the current change once again. Okay. Oh god. Client Linux.go. Git rebase -- continue. There we go. Okay. Back. Right. So now we are at the point where we're doing the bit set stuff twice, right? So we need to dedupe that. What were we even looking at? The wake on land. That's right. Okay. This read only call requires elevated privileges due to the secure on password. Unwrap the netlink error and return standard go error. So we're getting the wake on land info now, and we started the parse wake on land function, which no longer exists because we totally destroyed it because it was bad. Now we have the bit set stuff once again. So, and the client has these wake on land modes, right? So now we can make an array of these and then do the same tricks essentially. So, yes, this is going to be factored out. We need to make a new function here that factors out the bit set stuff. So parse bit set. This is going to be parse. Shit. You never need wake on land if you never turn anything off. Yeah, that's a good point. I used wake on land for my home theater PC at one point, but I think that something Windows did, like Windows 10 or something, might have messed that up. So I might need to fix that. But I'm gonna take one more quick bathroom break and stuff. I think we're probably gonna work on this a little bit. I'm feeling pretty good, so I think we'll keep going. But I'm gonna take one more bathroom break and get water. So BRB. Gotta catch some Z's. Good night, nice stream. Yeah, hey, thank you so much for your help. I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate your support. So take care. Yeah, BRB. All right, let's get back to it. I think we can probably, we'll probably go like another 40 minutes or something. Hopefully there's somebody to raid tonight. I saw Anthony Writes Code. Anthony Writes Code sent us a raid about a week ago or something, and that was awesome. So I would love to send him a raid as well at some point, but we're not. Yeah, he's also streaming. Sweet. Yeah, we're not done yet, but we will send Anthony a raid when we are, and it will be fun, and we will repay the favor. So that's going to feel good. Yes. So we are at the point now where we want to parse. Yeah, we want to parse out. We want to parse out all this logic, this bit set stuff. So I feel like we should probably make a bit set type. A bit set type, I think. Yeah. Most likely. Well, Well, I want to make the type and then tear apart the advertised modes piece of it. So type bit set array view32s method b bit set. Let's see here. So this is going to be decode, parses a compact bit set into a pre-allocated. Well, I guess we could. I'm struggling here because I feel like we could just like allocate it on the fly, but I don't know. The thing is the kernel tells us. Well, I'm trying to think of how I want to do this, you know. To a pre-allocated bit set, the bit set must be pre-allocated with the appropriate length and capacity for the input data. Decode returns a function which parses good old first-class functions, huh? So return this function. Bit set decode. Returns a function that returns an array of bytes and an error. Call this BS for bit set, and you know, in bit set with length. Okay. So now we have a bit set type and it's got a decode method. So now what we do is we call values decode. Values and mask are both bit sets. Values decode. And then mask decode as well. Actually, no, we don't need to. It's not a closure anymore. We just do the method expression, so we don't need the closure part. This is just a function which accepts. Yeah, here we go. Decode. Yeah, there we go. So we call that directly. We can remove a level of indirection. Values decode, mask decode. And then we could, let's see here. We can move this logic as well. So I'm trying to think of how I want to do this, like how many things I want to be methods versus like, you know, whatever else. I guess the thing is here, so I'm struggling right now because the kernel tells us this size and we can use this to allocate these arrays or these slices, the bit sets. But also we could just infer it based on the length of the data too. Like, so it doesn't really matter. Like it's almost, well, like we can just allocate it on demand and that would be fine, you know? So maybe, I don't know. AD UN32. So I guess we'll take this logic and we will, let's see here. So bit set, grow, let's see here. Right, we'll call this like allocate, right? And then this will be words int. And then the number of words. And then the bit set you make, right? Yeah, there we go. So now we call n AD UN32. Then we call values allocate n. Mask allocate n. Right. Or UN32. Still compiles, not quite. That's right. So parse wake on LAN. Yeah, we're gonna need to factor that out, but let's see. So we have the bit set. Allocate word. Okay, and words based on the number of significant bits returned by netlink. Values and slice. So storing the bit set into our bit set data into our type with the code. Okay. And bit set with length. Yeah. So we allocate and then we decode. Okay. And then we're just doing the manual. Yeah, just have a function call here. We can still operate on them directly because they are just uint32 slices. So this seems fine. I don't really think that abstracting away a. I mean, I could write a thing that says like, mask, but it would just be this. It would just abstract it away. It might just get inlined anyway, but it seems probably simpler to leave this as is for now, maybe. I mean, I could do values mask, like, well, but I guess I'm not sure it really helps us out that much either way. Making use of the bit sets. And then now we get to the point where we can return the. So now I think we're going to actually return the values somehow. So roughly what we're looking for is splitting the function into these two pieces, right? So now this iteration can actually happen in the parse advertise link modes thing. So given a netlink attribute decoder, we will do this logic with it, and then it consumes the attribute decoder and returns the values, right? So I think roughly what we're looking at right here is going to be along the lines of values error AD, or let's see here, so new bit set values, new bit set, not values AD. Yeah, if error, return nil error. So this will be something like now. This will be new bit set takes a netlink attribute decoder, new bit set, and returns a bit set and an error. So I think I'm probably going to make a new file for this. So bitset.go client Linux stuff. So everything related to bit set functionality will live over here. So package ethtool bit set type. Yeah, so new bit set. So slice of contiguous uint32. Let's see here. Return values and nil. Return nil error. Okay. New bit set consumes the attribute decoder and checks for errors. Yeah. Yeah. Undefined parse wake. Still. Sheesh. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere, chat. For sure. Undeclared name new bit set. It is declared. I don't know if VS Code's figured that out yet, but anyway. Parse wake on LAN. Yeah, we need to add a stub for that function too, because it's just complaining, but let's see. This can just be BS now. Well, So the parse wake on LAN stuff's gonna be roughly the same thing, actually. So parse wake on LAN is going to be a function that accepts a slice of wake on LAN modes and then returns this stuff. It's gonna be the same sort of deal. So let's see, underscore values. Too many arguments and calls who parse wake. Ah, that's right. GE netlink messages, right? So, oh shit. This is the. So parse wake on LAN modes is what this is going to be, because parse wake on LAN is going to be similar to link modes. It's going to be like this. Did we already write this code, or did I throw it away? I might have thrown it away. Shit. I might have thrown it away because I thought we were going on the wrong rabbit hole with the what do you call it? Other stuff. I apologize. I think probably people here don't care, but I apologize for the language. I tend to swear kind of casually, like a fair amount. Like I don't think I'm ridiculous by any means, but yeah. You know, I try to be good in like professional environments and stuff, but on stream or whatever, it's just a little more casual, you know. Parse wake on LAN. It's gonna be that same old shit. Speaking of which, I don't even do it on purpose. I just parse wake on LAN. Let's see here. Wake on LAN. LMAO. Yeah. It feels natural though. I've seen streamers who swear to be edgy or something. Yeah, I just like in my casual speech, I just tend to, you know, bullshit around a lot and stuff, really. So yeah, I just don't want to make people uncomfortable, you know. But at the same time, like, you know, this is very different from my usual communities and stuff. So, you know, that's something on the Gopher Slack. Like, so for example, you can't say LMAO on Gopher Slack, and that kind of bothers me because like I use LMAO all the time just as casual like internet speech, you know. But is what it is. AD do parse bit set. Parse wake on LAN modes. There we go. Yeah, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, I've adopted the gamer lingo at a young age. Now I can't stop. I tend to speak as a troll online too. Yeah, I understand that. I've started saying like pog in real life, and I regret that immediately. But what's the reason against LMAO? It's because it has ass in it. Like laughing my ass off. It's just implied that you're swearing, and it's like I get it, but I don't think it's necessary to police that. I mean, it's none of my business. Pog is the best. Yeah, the problem is that like pog is not something I want to say in my everyday speech. That's very poggers. It's not something I want to say in my everyday speech, but I can't help it because I spend a lot of time on Twitch. Parse wake on LAN modes. Yeah. What do you mean you can't use it as a... Oh, shit. It's not do, it's nested. Okay, there we go. It compiles again. WOL. Oh, it compiled the test pass. Nice. That's sick. I had no idea. I didn't think the tests were going to pass in the first try at all. Oh, but when I always say a thing, I always think laughing my arm off because I'm using a Raspberry Pi. Nice. So this works. Yeah, we check the values in the bit set. Yeah, exactly. So this works just fine. So I think before I add the wake on LAN stuff and etc., I kind of want to do like a partial commit here, or like a not a partial commit, a what do you call it? Oh. Oh, it's already okay. Okay, so I think what I want to do here is I want to factor out. Let's take a look at the bit set stuff first of all. A bit set is a compact bit set of attributes from ethtool netlink. Compact bit set used by ethtool netlink. Allocates the number of bytes necessary for the bit set based on the number of words reported by ethtool netlink. Let's see here. So nearest convert words to bytes. Easy enough. Yep. New bit set creates a bit set from a netlink attribute decoder by parsing the various fields and optionally applying a mask to the set if needed. Making use of the bit sets. Normally, this will be called in a nested attribute decoder context, but we want to, and we could skip this, but we don't want to. Sammy Ratelli, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. We don't want to return an invalid bit set. You know, now that I'm looking at this code right here, I feel like this allocate thing is not necessary anymore either. We can just, I mean, really just do this, you know? Just leave it the way it was. Words to bytes. Values equals make bit set mask equals make bit set n. Right. Can't use kek in real life because it means cake here. Interesting. Unit 32. Yeah, convert words to bytes. And allocate accordingly. Yeah. Yeah, I keep going back and forth about the, like, why not just allocate here based on the number of bytes you receive, but it's like, I don't know. It's probably best to do what the kernel says or whatever. It's fun to spam the picture of Top Kek I bought, though. Yeah, okay. 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 It's looking pretty okay now. Let's get back to... Yeah, I think what I wanted to do is I wanted to... Not so smart contract. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Bitset.go. Can we do a partial add of client Linux without making a total mess? I don't know if we can. We're also on a branch with a whole bunch of weird, unrelated stuff going on, so... gross. I might do the thing where I cheat and just like copy and paste a couple files out and bring them back or something, but I don't know. Maybe we should, let's see here, client linux.go. Let's amend the commit and see where we're going. So this is going to be all the wake on LAN stuff. Yeah, wake on LAN monitoring. I kind of want to break this out into a couple of different commits, but it's not that big of a deal either. I don't know. So the test pass right now, that's good. The wake on LAN modes are going to be the exact same sort of thing here. Like it's going to be another constant like this or whatever, like another just table lookup. But since the wake on lab modes, there's only like one of them or whatever. We don't have to like do any fancy logic. It's just it's one value, I think. So I suppose for the time being, what I could do is I could remove all of the awake on land stuff and then commit that, and then take that commit back, and then this is sometimes what I'll do when I'm like really unhappy with the git tree. Just rip everything out that I'm not using at the moment, just dump it in a text file. I'm sure there's a git command to make this like not shitty, but you know. Anyway, client.go. Yeah, I'm just gonna take all this stuff out for now. I wanna put this back, but I want to make it more clean. It's not clean enough at the moment, and I want to get the commit stuff more nailed down. And of course, there's all this monitor stuff. Yeah, we were playing with too many different things earlier. I'll bring these things back. I just want to save it for later in this temporary file for now, get things compiling, and then go back, and then we will gradually re-add things. Patch commits, yeah. Well, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I was trying to do a partial commit, but because I had the previous like work in progress commit with all this stuff too, it was just too much of a mess, I think. So I will just bring these things back in their appropriate files, and it's not that big of a deal. Parse wake on land. I'm sure there's a better way. I'm 110% sure there's a better way to do this, you know, but I want to get everything cleaned up in the tree and then bring things back, and then we will be happy once again. Yeah, cable test. Yeah, like see, we don't want any, or the monitor stuff. We don't want any of this in here either. Test monitor. We do have the monitor ID bits. Those are still kind of useful though. Okay, star.go. I'll do amend this, and now we're at the point where we have just the bitset stuff, so the bitset functionality factored out, and then the monitor ID fetching, but that's small enough where I don't really care. We get the monitor ID and we attach it to the struct. Okay. ethtool. Let's see here. So factor out bitset type. Add monitor multicast group parsing. Group detection. That's not so bad. And now we can bring things back as we need to or whatever else. But I actually saw I wanted to add another dot comment on this thing. So parse advertised link modes. Let's see here. Consumes nested. Consumes the advertised link modes bitset to populate the ALM's slice. The input ALM's slice. Test each bit to find which ones are set and use that to look up the proper index and link modes, accounting for the offset of 32 for each value in the array. So we can find the correct link mode to attach. Note that the lookup assumes that there will never be any skipped bits in the link modes table. Yep, thanks Twitch chat for saving me from myself. Love it. What a mess, huh? Parse advertised link modes. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Cool. I think at this point, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just I think I'm just gonna cherry pick this in the main branch and just delete this work in progress branch. So just cherry pick the old commit. Oh shoot. Ah. Client Linux. Amend one more time. Check out master. Cherry pick this over here. Push it. Let's go make sure it builds and stuff, but I'm pretty sure it will. I feel a lot better about this code. I think this worked out pretty well. Took a little bit to get this all right, especially the test stuff, but I feel pretty good about it overall, you know. Did I not commit that? The comment change? Oh, I did. Anyway. Choyway, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. We are coming up on 600 followers, 582 at the moment. This did not pass. Oh, on Mac, of course. Great. Undefined, ethtool, A, bitmask. Bitset, Linux. Yep. That'll do it. So move bitset.go. I'm also going to add, I know you don't need to, but I like the explicit build tag to remind me. Whiskey night. Thanks. That's not happening tonight, but Don Petrolone, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, maybe virtual whiskey night, but whiskey night in person is not happening. Bitset linux.go. Git remove bitset.go. Stupid thing. ethtool. Move bitset.go to bitset linux.go. Rename. Go equals Darwin. Go build. There we go. Okay. It builds. Yeah, we got all the temporary, the stuff we hacked on earlier. We'll get back to this. I think I'm probably gonna call it. It's about 3.5 hours. We've done pretty good. We're gonna send Anthony a raid. That'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Let me real quick pull up. Make sure you're still going. Let's see here. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, so we're gonna send Anthony a raid. That'll be fun. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate that. This has been a very good time. We think we learned a lot today. Got some stuff done. So yeah, thanks. Let's see here. So thanks all for streaming. Have a nice evening. Yeah, no problem. It's been a blast. So I will start you all on a raid to Anthony Writes Code. I believe Anthony does Python. So yeah, we will see how this goes. And oh, Anthony's offline. Oh shoot, must have just finished. Okay. Well, worth a shot. Sorry, no raid. Anyway, alrighty. I'll see you all later. Bye now.